thing, man. I just got out of work, y'all. But look, I owe it to y'all to bring y'all this heat. Man. I hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all stayed positive. Hope y'all didn't let any negativity bring you down. I just want to tell y'all one thing. Look, ain't none of us perfect, right? I just want to get one word of encouragement before we start. Try to be a better person today than you were yesterday. You know, everybody gonna make mistakes. We ain't always good. You know, we have good and bad in us. You know what I mean? We living in the flesh. But I'm gonna say this: just try your best to be a better person today than you was yesterday. There's a lot of stuff that I used to do when I was younger that I don't do anymore. It's a lot of bad that I did when I was younger that I don't do anymore. So just try to be a better person today than you were yesterday. Shout out to my moderator. Shout out to Dream Doll. Shout out to Sophisticated Nunu. Shout out to the Chicks 1000, aka Chick 1K. Shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Flyboy Mike 04. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Nephew For Real. Shout out to Unspoken Crime. Shout out to Music 101. Shout out to Mickey Truth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, check it out. Y'all ain't and the reason why I shout out them people out, man, because it's love, man. It's love, man. Spread love, man. I'm telling y'all, love is the highest vibration, man. Even in the face of negativity, man, spread love, share love, man. You know what I mean? But boy, if y'all ain't been subscribed to my boy Spoon channel, y'all queasy, man. I'm telling y'all queasy. Man, Spoon been dropping that heat, boy. I'm telling you. Spoon been dropping that heat, boy. Ooh. So if you ain't subscribed to go to Spoon's Full of Game, I'm putting you up on game, boy. Listen. Spoon dropping that heat. Spoon telling stuff that other people don't know about the Melly case. He very tapped in. He got a lot of knowledge on a lot of things, man. So I'm telling you, he dropped a video tonight that's so fire. I know the blog site's gonna pick him up. They already been picking him up. They already done took his videos and they've been sharing them all on Instagram, Reddit, everywhere. And he ain't even got but 200 some subscribers. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you now, go subscribe to Spoons Full of Game and be one of the first people to get them videos. And he gonna go live and you're gonna be able to talk to him and ask him questions, because he said he gonna answer any question. I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, man. I'm telling y'all. Shout out to Nell Bowen. Shout out to Old School Hemi. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Scotty Fly. Shout out to Andre Gardner. Shout out to Stax Marley. Shout out to Jern. You know I can't tell saying your name, Jern. For real. Yeah, that's Juvie's father, man. Shout out to Kofi Owens. Shout out to HBC. Shout out to John Doe TV. John Doe, I seen you over there fighting for you, boy. I appreciate that. Thank you, sweet mommies. She said, you are doing a great job. Keep up the good job. I appreciate you, man. Listen, sometimes we need to hear those words of encouragement. So I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to say this too, y'all. I'm going to say this, right? A big part of the reason why I'm doing this, right, as far as like the Melly case, right, I'm a parent, dog. I love my kids. I love them to death. You know what I'm saying? I love them to death. And as I hope that you love yours, and I think that most people love theirs. And Spoon, my friend, dog. Like, that's my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of love for Spoon. Like, when my mama lived in Wabasso for a long time. She died in Wabasso. My mama is buried in Wabasso Cemetery. You feel what I'm saying? My mama knew Spoon. You know what I mean? All of them. My mom, you know what I mean? Like I know Spoon mom. I know his daddy, sisters, brothers, cousins, all of them. I know all of them. You know what I mean? So when I'm gonna say this. I never knew who Melly was until Spoon told me. He told me about Melly, his son, and he told me they was finna blow up in the rap game. He hit me on Facebook. He was like, "Hey, man, my son, them, they finna blow up, man. They finna blow up." And he was so happy. He was so happy. And then he showed me their videos. He was like, "Look, man, look at their videos." And then I was looking at the videos and I was like, "Well, who the dude right there?" He was like, "That's Melly. He like the lead, the lead of the group. But man, I'm telling you, man, my son, he good. He gonna blow up. They gonna blow up." So that's when I started watching Melly. And I started watching Juvie and Sack and, you know, the YNW boys. And then a couple months later, I see Spoon, you know, he on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And he you know, he going off, and I hit him in inbox and I say, "Bro, what's going on?" He like, "Bro, my son got killed, bro. Such and such, the nigga killed my son, dog." I say, "What?" He said, "Yeah, the nigga killed my son." And by this time, that's when the shit was blowing up all over social media, the hip hop thing. Melly was, you know, blowing up and stuff. But Spoon never believed the story that they said from the start. And he used to be on Facebook every day stating how he felt. And I was just like, dang, like I was just like floored. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I felt for him. I felt for him because y'all gotta understand that's his junior. They got the same name. That's his junior. If I done talked to Spoon, Spoon told me how much pride he had in him and how much joy he got from seeing him succeeding and the young man that he was growing up to be. And then for him to be taken away from him by one of his closest friends, allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly, but you know, I know y'all know how I feel. But I felt for him. I still feel for him. And I will say this, man. That man is strong as hell, dog. Cause I'm gonna say this, bro. Even how people be talking a lot about his son and the case and all of that, I can't say that it wouldn't break me down. Like I don't know if I would be able to be talking about it and as freely and as keeping my head up and all of that there if I had experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of empathy for him and any parent that has done dealt with that. But being that he my friend, I'm riding with my friend. Now, I'm going to say this. If I felt like Melly was innocent from what I had read or saw, then I just let it play out. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be all pro, you know what I'm saying, anti like I am. But as I look and I did research and I see the evidence, I feel very confident that this is they got the guy. So with that being said, being that he my friend, and I feel for him, because I would feel for any parent, to be real with you, but it hit a little different when it's somebody that you growed up with and somebody that you got a lot of love for. Man, I'm riding with my dog, man. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with him. I mean, it's the same. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm riding with him. I don't unapologetically. I don't care. But at the same time, I understand that everybody don't feel like I feel. So I respect how everybody else feel. Is you a Melly fan? That's fine with me. You feel me? Because I can't expect people to feel how I feel. So I don't dislike Melly fans. I understand why you're a Melly fan, because the young man is great when it comes to music. A great artist. the music is fire. You know what I'm saying? But him as the person, that's the part I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with Melly the artist at all. I wish none of this had never happened. I promise you I do, because my friend was to have his son and they'll still be here and he'll get to see his son succeed. The two greatest joys I have in life is watching my children succeed and giving to other people. Those are the two things that make me the most happiest in life. So, you know, this man don't get to see his son anymore. And think about this. He still don't really know why his son was taken away from him. Like, we got pretty much a good idea as to what the beef was with Sakchaser and Melly. But we don't have any real concrete explanation as to why Juvie was taken away from his family, his loved ones, the world. And that got to be like a real messed up feeling to have. So I just want to break that down, you know what I mean? Because I know some people, you know, I don't really care, really, honestly, how people feel, but because I feel like I'm doing what's right. But I just want to say that because I see sometimes that people, you know, they may be like, oh, what y'all doing? Why y'all doing this? Why y'all doing that? I'm telling you why I'm doing it. Because my friend lost his son. And I don't like that he lost his son. And I don't like the pretenses that he lost his son under. And I realize that could be anybody. So I'm not just going to be, oh, it ain't my son, so not care. Hell no. Because I know life, and life could change in a minute, just like that. And any one of us could be in them same shoes. You feel me? So I have empathy for people who go through stuff like that, but I especially have empathy for my friend. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. Even though I have to explain that, I just felt like explaining that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nail Bones. Shout out to Knock for Grievances. Shout out to Aaron's Way. Who else? Well, shout out to Slick Puller, my main man. Puller talk real slick. Hey, look, check this out though. I'm gonna say this right. So we're gonna go over Sakchaser'S mom's deposition. I got some other stuff, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this here, y'all. I got some other paperwork, right? I'm gonna tell you like this here. And this is with the Melly case. Even I'm gonna just be 100% real with you. I'm not gonna read it to y'all. I'm just it is too spicy for even me to read. It's a lot going on. Shout out, what's up, Z? Yes, long live Juvie. Hey, and long live Sack too, man. Listen, man, I talk junk about Sack, but I don't care. He ain't deserve to die either, bro. He ain't deserve to die either. I promise you. I don't care about the horizontal Mambo. You know what I'm saying? I talk a little junk about it, but I don't care about it like that. That's that man lifestyle. I just be making jokes, and I'm gonna continue to make a couple jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like that baby oil that came out last night. Woo, that baby oil came out, boy. But still, long live Sack, man. You know what I'm saying? Long live Sack. But I'm gonna say this. I got some other paperwork. Bro, that thing too spicy, bro. That thing too spicy for me to even read, dog. Listen, and you know me, I don't really care. I go to war. You know what I mean? As far as like, I'll say a lot. I'll say it's a lot that I'll say. But I'm gonna say this. That other paperwork that I got in the Melly case, I ain't touching it. I read it, and I'm gonna tell you why I ain't touching it. Because it got a lot of I'm just ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. I read it. I ain't touching it. It's public record. So if people want to go check it out, they go check it out. I'm not referencing it. I'm not saying anything because it's just a lot of different people that's involved in it. And it's not worth me putting that out there like that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I want to say this right before we get into the Sakchaser's mom's deposition. They're trying to. This is what the motive they're trying to cook up, right? They're trying to say that Melly was a gang member, right? This is what the state is trying to do. They're trying to paint him as a gang member. They done went through his phone, right? They have correspondence with him with gang members, right? And even to the point to where the gang members, when Melly went from just a soldier, when he leveled up to the next level in the gang, they sent him text messages congratulating him on his leveling up from the soldier to the next level, right? This is what the police are trying to do. So in the gang culture that Melly's involved in, right? They're saying that if you get disrespected and you don't do something about it, then you get violated. I'm just trying to show you this is what the police is this is the narrative they're trying to spin. They're trying to say that in the gang culture what Melly is in, because they got it in his text message, they know he's a gang member. They using the text message, Instagram, music videos, photos on his phone, Snapchat. They're using all of that to paint him as a gang member. They know what gang he a part of. They know the gang members' names that he been talking to. I'm not saying their names. I'm not getting into that. They know them. They know a lot about them. But they trying to paint it as being that Melly was beefing with Sak. Oh, and before I get to that, they know Melly was beefing with Sak. And I'm going to tell you how they know Melly was beefing with Sak. They got text messages from Melly's phone where Sakchaser threatened Melly. He threatened Melly mama to the point where he said he was going to kill Melly mama. He said he was going to beat Melly up. This is text message that's in Melly's phone. They got him. I'm just tell you, they got him. And they saying that being that, and this is what Sak was saying. Sak was saying that Melly, him and Juvie are CEOs of YNW. And Sak felt like since Melly blew up, him and Juvie was not being compensated. He felt like him and Juvie didn't have what they should have. And Sak, in these text messages, Sak was telling Melly, look, me and Juvie ain't got what we supposed to have, being that we are CEOs of YNW. And you look like you get money, but we ain't got nothing. Now, Juvie never said, as far as like, they don't got no text message or nothing that's saying Juvie said any of this. Sak said this. Sak was speaking on behalf of him and Juvie. Sak was just not speaking for himself. He was saying that me and Juvie don't have what we should have, and you got X, Y, and Z, and I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? But the police are trying to say that they trying to say that this is extortion. They trying to say that being that Sak was telling Melly, basically, break us off. You know what I'm saying? They trying to say, and in the same vein of the text message, Sak is threatening Melly and he threatening Jamie. They trying to use all that to say that basically he was threatening Melly, and it was kind of like saying extortion. You get what I'm saying? You get how I'm trying to put this? So they trying to say that once this happened, being that Melly is a gang member, or they pretty much using all his cell phone records, Instagram, shit like that, to paint him as a gang member. They saying that once this happened, as a gang, in the gang culture that he in, he had to do something. And if he didn't do something, then his gang would violate him. I don't know how this thing really, I'm just telling you what they trying, the narrative that the police are trying to spin as to a motive for the situation, and they trying to use that as grounds to give him the death penalty. Because at first I didn't understand how the gang situation played into him getting the death penalty. But as I've been reading, this is how they're trying to connect the dots. They're trying to say, as a gang member, and I'm not going to put it out there, but whatever gang he is involved in, that he had to do something himself. If not, then he himself could be violated for him letting the disrespect go on. I'm trying to summarize it without saying too much. You get what I'm saying? This is the narrative that the police are trying to spin. But I feel if the industry and track don't want them, they wanted Melly first. That's why I'm still sticking with. He told his mother he's not going to hear that. In my opinion, I heard when I was 17. I was like, yeah, they mad game. Really got tired of the threats. That's what he said. Melly got tired of the threats. Now I'm gonna say this. Now they got no threats from Juvie to Melly. They got no, Juvie never said none of this as far as the text messages. They even asked, do they got anything from Juvie saying any of this? They said no. They don't even got Juvie as a gang member. They don't have Juvie as a gang member. They was like, because they was like, is Juvie in the gang? They was like, as far as we know, no. Know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like Sak speaking on behalf of him and Juvie, it may have made Melly feel like Juvie was saying the same thing Sak was saying, just saying it to Sak and not saying it to him. And when I mean him, I mean Melly. But they got the text message with Sak saying the shit. They got that out of Melly's phone. I'm gonna tell you another thing. As of whenever I read what I read, they had not even went through Sak nor Juvie's phone. They've been focusing on Melly's phone. I mean, as what I read, as of when that was processed and that evidence was admitted, they still had not went through Sak and Juvie phone. The officer said that he don't think he would be done going through Melly phone by the time the trial start. He say it's so much stuff in phones. He say from your browser history, from your Instagram, from your Snapchat, from your phone, cell phone, text messages, from your Facebook. He say it takes a long time to go through your phone. And he even said to the point that when you go through somebody's phone, you'll end the phone duplicates some things. So you'll end up thinking that you ain't done, but you'll just be going through shit you already went through. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be so far down till you won't, you know what I mean? You won't know. So I'm just saying. I'm just trying to tell y'all what I need, something without telling y'all everything because it's a real spicy in there, man. I'm telling you, from the little paperwork that I did read, it's very spicy. But that is how they're trying to connect the gang into giving Melly the death penalty. They trying to say that if Melly didn't, they're trying to say that in Melly's gang culture, if being that Sakchaser threatened him, being that Sakchaser threatened to kill his mama. They said they got these text messages. Being that Sakchaser threatened, being that Sakchaser actually did beat up Melly, and being that Sakchaser pretty much was saying, give us our motherfucking money that we're owed, then Melly, they're trying to say that Melly was being disrespected, and being that he's a gang member, his culture states that he has to do something or he could get violated for not doing something about the disrespect. And so that's how I'm gonna put that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put that. If Melly did, I didn't think it was because of the game. My opinion, he got him out of the way because it was gonna be. I was saying music 101. I was saying I don't know. That what I'm saying. It's a stretch for me as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Music 101. It's a stretch for me as well. But I'm just trying to tell them what I read without telling them. Cause the paperwork that I read, I ain't gonna repeat that shit, dog. I'm telling you, it's a lot of gang people names in there. They even saying which gang it is, and I ain't in there doing all that. I ain't finna be all telling all them gang people names and you know what I'm saying. But they got the text message, they got the correspondence from Melly and the gang members, and they pretty much done got it in their mind that Melly is a gang member. Now, they say Juvie, they have no evidence that Juvie was a gang member. They tried to paint Sack as a gang member, but Sack was not involved in the text messages between the actual gang and Melly. So they feel like Sack was a kind of on the outside looking in. They got group texts. They got group texts with Melly and a couple gang members. I'm not saying their names. I'm not saying the gang. I'm not saying none of that shit there. But they got them. Juvie and Sack was not even involved in this. Now I'm gonna say this here. Now I'm gonna throw y'all on the bone here. They do have Jay Green as a documented gang member. From what I read, they was definitely sure that Melly and Jay Green both were gang members. Because they was asked that. They was like, is Melly a gang member? They was like, yes. Is Jay Green a gang member? They was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, 101, Music 101. I saw that, but that's why I ain't gonna speak on that. So you know the paperwork I'm talking about. That's why I ain't gonna speak on that. I ain't gonna speak on that. That I did see that. Yes, I definitely saw that. That's why I ain't gonna speak on that because I think they gotta be they kind of be reaching with that. Because if that was the case, then why this man, y'all ain't brought no charges up against this man. So that's why I don't even bring bruh name up. You know what I mean? Yes, I saw that. I definitely saw that. But you know the paperwork I'm talking about. Yes, I saw his name, but I ain't finna spray him like that because I just don't feel that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna do him like that now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't as well as I ain't gonna say them other dudes' names. You know what I'm saying? No. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. No. But they do have text messages where Sakchaser threatened Melly and threatened to kill Melly mama. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. They got text messages where Melly was doing a lot of shit as far as like doing like gun sales and shit like that. Maybe buying guns, selling guns. I don't know, but it had something to do with guns. You know, a lot to do with drugs, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's too spicy for me. Shout out to Z. She said, I know what paperwork you talking about. This is too spicy. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's too spicy. I ain't doing all that now. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? I respect that. So, but that's how they trying to spin the narrative that Melly did this because he was in a gang, and the culture says that he has to do something. I think they reaching, bro. I really do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they reaching. I think they reaching with that. You know what I'm saying? I more believe, it was the beef between just Melly and Sack that made Melly, if allegedly do what he did. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe all that, oh, he had to do this because he was a gang and all that. I think that's them piling on, trying to get him, you know what I'm saying, trying to get him the death penalty. That's what I think, you know what I mean? Because even when I was reading, it seemed like the damn police that was talking was getting into it with the damn state attorney. Like, the state attorney was trying their best to make the police just make all of them gang members, and the police is like, I can't say that. I can't say all of them gang members just because you want me to say all of them gang members. But I know Jamel Demons is a gang member, and I know that Jay Green is a gang member, and they even tried to paint Sack as a gang member, but I promise you, they had nothing that said Juker was a gang member. Now, was he? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just trying to, trying to let y'all know what the play is on that. But yeah, I ain't finna be saying all them folks' name and all of that there. But Music 101 do know what paperwork I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but listen, we say Spoon confirmed that he dressed him. Yes, he did dress him. Melly dressed Julie for his funeral and paid for the funeral. Yeah, so that is true. Man, y'all ain't go look at that video Spoon dropped today. Man, Spoon was talking about how Spoon gave it up, bro. Spoon gave it up, talking about how his son was finna beat up Track. You know what I'm talking about? All type of shit, man. Spoon, I told y'all, my boy Spoon been dropping them jewels, man. Look for Spoon to start doing interviews real soon here, because I believe that them bloggers gonna come calling for him to do these interviews, because he got too much intricate knowledge on the situation. He even told that Jamie, one of Jamie's children ain't who the daddy posts, who she say the daddy is. I'm telling you, Spoon on all this, man. I'm telling you, I know a lot of this too, but it wasn't for me to tell because, it's Spoon, he just tell me shit, but I just don't be telling a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I keep a lot of shit to myself, but since he out talking about it, I like to just wait for him to talk about it, and then I can let y'all know that I already knew about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be saying everything, because there's a lot of shit, man. He say, as long as he don't do it in a Vlad, kind of productive for whatever he was trying to do. I did. Cannot find no paperwork. I seen it. I think they reaching too, but a regular, probably predominantly white jury would think they reaching. Yeah, did Sack bully Portland? I'm not sure. Never heard that. I will say this though: Sack beat up Jay Green. I could tell you that. Sack beat up Jay Green. I could tell you that. That's a stretch. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Keela. I thought it was kind of stretched too. That ain't a strong motive in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think they reaching too. It sounded like they were reaching. I was like, y'all reaching him. Phones. Okay, Music 101 say, bro, if he threatened Melly, why would he be in the car with dude? Let me tell you. only thing I can come with that, I can only listen. They got the text messages though. Well, so they say music. They say they got the text messages, but I'm gonna say this. You ever got into it with your homeboys? And okay, put it this way. I got a homeboy right now. I told him to beat him up when I catch him. I got a homeboy right now. One of my close homeboys. I'm talking about real tight. I told that nigga when I catch him, I'm gonna beat him up. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I gonna beat him up? No, I'm not gonna beat him up. I'm not gonna even fight him. I really wanna let him know. Let him know that he off the hook. But I ain't let him off the. I ain't told him yeah he off the hook yet. But in my mind he's off the hook. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna beat him up. But I done had homeboys who I done got into it with, and we done kind of still fucked around and got past it. Even though, okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. Me and my baby mom was talking in Orlando. I'm from a little block called Jackson Street. Well, I'm actually from a couple of blocks. I move around a little bit, but it's all across town. You know what I'm saying? But my daddy used to run Jackson Street, right? So my baby mama, all her people from Jackson Street. So I'm on Jackson Street one day, and me and my baby mama talking, and one of my homeboys who actually got kids from my baby mama's sister. So me and him got kids from two sisters. He got 3 from his sister, from his girl, and I got 3 from my baby mama's sister, but one of them passed. So, and it's my baby mama that died. So me and my baby mama talking or whatever. So he come up playing. Now this homeboy of mine, he like that. Like he like that. But I growed up with him, man. You know, when you be with niggas, you don't give a fuck about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he like that. Like he got him. He got him under his belt. Well, he dead now, so I can tell you, yeah, he was a murderer. He done killed a couple motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And but that's why I be saying, like, we be around killers every day. We don't be giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So he was playing, like, and me and my baby mom was talking about a serious situation. He kept trying to like play with me, like crack little jokes, and I got mad. I said, hey bro, listen, check this out. Me and my baby mama talking, bro. Now he cool with my baby mama too. Like they friends too. Like we all grew up together. I said, hey bro, look, man, me and her talk about some serious, man. Get the fuck on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck on. Now this nigga done killed niggas and all at the same time. But you know, you don't be giving. I told you, like, we don't, like, when you grow up around that shit don't really mean nothing to you like that. Like, nigga don't be giving a fuck about that shit. Like, so I was like, bro, get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm way bigger than him. I would have walked the dog with his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I end up kicking him, telling him get the fuck on. So he ended up getting the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? So me and my baby mama finished talking. But I don't know, he mad about how I done kind of talk shit to him. And there's niggas out there. It's a bunch of niggas out there. Niggas that done shot niggas and did shit too and all this type of shit. So I kind of shined it on him in front of everybody, right? So he walk off. So my baby mom, we finished talking, she get in her car, she leave. Now I'm still on the block though. So when she leave, I see the crowd of niggas just part like this here. When they part, he's standing at the, you know, like this here, and he got like a 357 or something, like a 38. It's like a 38. So I think it's like a 357. So, but it's like a little short one. So he got that bitch in the hand. He like this. He doing like this. So now I realize he looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he walk up to me. He say, "Get the fuck on, man. Get the fuck on." He pulled a gun on me like this. I say, "What?" I say, "Bruh, you got me fucked up, nigga." Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't advise y'all to do this. This was one of the dumbest things I ever did in my fucking life. But at that time, that's what my reaction was. He put the gun up. He put that bitch right in my forehead, and he was like, "Man, get the fuck on from around here, dog. Get the fuck on around. You got me fucked up, man. You get me." So now I realize what's done happened. I done tried his manhood in front of the other niggas, and he really liked that. So he got all them other niggas scared of him because they know he done did shit. But me, I'm looking at him like, nigga, we homeboys, we done growed up from day one, and I don't give a fuck who you done did, nigga. I don't care, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm standing on what I'm standing on. So he got that bitch up like this here. I say, bruh, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, dog. I say, I ain't going no motherfucking well, dog. Cause in my mind, first of all, if you run, niggas gonna shoot you. I'm telling you, that's a normal reaction. When you run, it make a nigga wanna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? And then my second reaction was, if I run, I'll never be able to be around here no more. I'll be the pussy. Like I like all my whole reputation I done built over all these years, that shit'll be gone. If I run, you feel me? Now, was it smart? No, it wasn't smart, because I could have been dead. But that was just my thinking at the time. So I was like, you got me fucked up. I was like, bro, be honest with you, bro. You need to go put that shit up, dog. You got me fucked up, bro. I ain't going no motherfucking well. Nigga, you tripping, nigga. So he crying. I like, bro, I ain't going nowhere, bro. I don't give a fuck what you got going on, bro. Hey, bro, matter of fact, you really tried me, dog, because, you know, me and you way better than that, nigga. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever. We got kids from two sisters. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, couple niggas come, wrestle him, get him to put the shit down, and then they put him in the car, and then he leave. I never leave the block. He left the block. You know what I'm saying? So I stay on the block or whatever. So when he left, old school nigga came up to me and said, hey, look, boy, let me tell you something, son. Don't you never do that dumbass shit no more. He say, don't you never, ever do that no more. You could have died. I was like, man, I understand all that, but I just couldn't run, dog. My feet would not move. I felt like I would have lost all my respect that I had. Now, was it worth it? No, my life was worth more than that. That's why I say when you're young, you do stupid shit. And I wouldn't advise nobody to do that. I could have been dead, but I didn't run. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, he came and found me. He came and found me like the next day. Cause I left the block. I stayed on the block. I stayed on the block on purpose that day because I ain't want a bitch to feel like I ran. You feel what I'm saying? But I knew I couldn't kill him because we got kids from two sisters. I was gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my friends. Like I grew up with him like since fucking 8, 9 years old, spending out of his house, all type of shit. But he had done grew up and became like that. You know what I'm saying? And he came and found me. Where I was at? I think I was at my dad's house. He came and found me at my dad's house, and he know my dad, and my dad know him everything too. So he came and found me at my dad's house, and he came up to me, he's like, man, I apologize, dog. He's like, I'm sorry, dog. He like, I'm sorry, dog. He was like, bro, I was tripping, dog. He was like, bro, I was in y'all business, and I understand it was a serious conversation. I came up playing. I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, and I understand. I kind of made you look away in front of all them niggas, and I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let me tell you something, bro. If you ever got to straighten a nigga, bro, don't do it in front of people, bro, because a nigga kill you like that, bro. A nigga kill you like that. And he was looking at it like if he let me get away with that, then the other niggas gonna think he's soft. I'm telling you, it's crazy, but that's how shit go. So I say all that to say this: we made up this and that, and we was right back around each other, riding in the car with each other, all type of shit. Now he ended up getting killed later on. He had got into it with some famous people. I'm telling you, the people he got into it with is famous motherfuckers, like millionaires, like famous motherfuckers. But I ain't gonna tell that story. Like you all know them. Like he got into it with them, and they put a hit out on him, and they end up getting him. You know what I'm saying? And the people, I'm gonna say this again, the people he got into it with is famous motherfuckers. Like famous people, like household names. Everybody know him. And they put a hit out on him, and they ended up killing him. He got killed or whatever. I actually went to his funeral. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that there. But that, I'm just trying to show you how you can get into it with certain homeboys, and you'll be right back around them. I'm telling you, like in the hood, that shit be happening like that. I swear. You know what I'm saying? Like it's how shit be, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Kusha say, why didn't Jalen fuck with Sack and Juke before they passed? Go to Spoonsful of Game, and he'll tell you that. Go subscribe to Spoonfuls of Game. He'll tell you that because he said he alluded to that he's going to tell the reason why that Jalen, Sack, and Juvie was not fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say Sack and Juvie was on one side and Jalen was on the other side. So, but I'm gonna say this, y'all. Not forget it. Smiling. Hey, look. But I'm gonna say this, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm gonna say this right. But then we're going to get into the deposition. Over 2 years ago, your boy Moretti exposed and told y'all about the horizontal Mambo. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? In my comments, I had hate. I had people saying I was cap. I had some people that was believing me, but I understood that it was a controversial topic that people had never heard before about the individuals. So it was not well received, especially about somebody as popular as Melly and, Sakchaser'S or whatever. I'm going to say this now, as we done went through these paperworks and these evidences, y'all ready to judge about say your boy Moretti was more right than wrong? If you ain't got to say I'm always right, because we don't know, we wasn't there. But I'm going to say this, last night we was reading AD's deposition, and they said that Sakchaser'S gave him a list and sent him to the store. And in the midst of all of those items that he sent AD to the store for, he sent AD to the store for some baby oil. I mean, I'm just saying. It don't take a rocket scientist. Shout out to my homegirl Dream Doll. My homegirl Dream Doll said if he wanted some lotion, why he just didn't send for lotion? What is you doing sending for baby oil? It ain't no babies in that house. What is you doing with the baby oil, Sack? Melly's father and a couple of those members said that Sakchaser'S was mad that Melly was spending time with his girlfriend and not time with him. This was said. It's on the Ace Hood documentary. Go look it up. It's on Spotify. It's called Infamous. I'm saying, what is Sakchaser'S doing buying baby oil in a house full of niggas? You could just buy lotion, dog. I'm just saying. I have no problem with the alphabet community. I got a lot of alphabet community people in my family. It's okay. It's 2023. They can live the life they want to live. I don't have a problem with Sakchaser'S if that's what they got going on. I'm just saying, as we listen and find out more, it seems like your boy Moretti was more right than wrong. I'm just saying. I'm not down in SAG for it. I just crack a couple jokes, but I really don't have a problem with it. He still don't deserve to die. I'm just saying that. Long live Sakchaser. I wish it was still here. But I'm just saying I brought this out. And people were saying I was capping and all of this. But we read the thing last night, bro, and the man sent the man for some baby oil gang. Like, what the fuck, man? That's what they saying with Music 101. Listen, I'm going to tell you this too, Music 101. I'm going to say this right here. I got that from a good source. And the good source got it from the police, nigga. I'm going to just tell you like that. And that's on my kids, nigga. Know what I'm saying? I'm going to just leave it at that. But it's little breadcrumbs that we see as we go through this paperwork that would suggest it might be more true than not, dog. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm gonna read this paperwork because I heard there's some shit in here too. You know what I'm saying about how Sakchaser Claddies, quid pro quo, Claddies. They say Sakchaser like Hannibal Lecter, bitch, at nighttime. They say he go to slobbing, bitch. He just that lust demon be. They say Sakchaser got a little monster inside. They say he got a lust demon, cuz, and he just be having to do what he do. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he even bought them 2 drinks to stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? I think, Melly, listen, I'm gonna say this too, dog. When I first seen Melly, I ain't gonna cap. That's the first thing I thought. I'm just being real. When I seen him, I say, and I just chalked it up. I ain't say nothing, but I just chalked it up. That's how the young, you know what I'm saying, the young guys, you know, that's how they, you know, it's the new thing, the new dress code and all of that shit there. But I looked at him sideways when I first seen him. I was like, oh, goddamn. But, you know, I'm an older nigga. So I ain't want to just, that's be an old nigga shit. Oh, that's old nigga shit. So I just like, you know, but I'm telling you, I was told this shit, dog. I'm telling you, they say the police say the shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. On my kids, bro, they say the police told motherfucker, they told me. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm just saying. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. But listen, we finna get into this paperwork, dog. We finna read what's the name paperwork. Hey, listen, dog. Let me tell y'all something. Don't even be studying that motherfucker that say Jamie King in the comment section. Them be trolls, my nigga. Them be trolls, bro. Trust me, them be trolls. That ain't Jamie. That's the same motherfucker that trolled us the last time. Trust me, that ain't motherfucking Jamie. She need to be over there. If that's Jamie, she need to be over there on Spoon Channel because he the one saying he was jumping off the dresser in her. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, that's where she need to go. You need to go over there to Spoon Channel because he the one who telling how he was jumping off the dresser in you. You feel me? That's where the fuck you need to go. He don't. You want some smoke? Go over there and fuck with Spoon. Get the fuck on. And shit. You must ain't seen that last video Spoon got, because if you did, you wouldn't be over here. Yeah. Motherfucking troll, man. Shit. All right, but let's read this paperwork though. So this is Sakchaser mama, Janna Thompson. And it says, was called as a witness after having been first day duly sworn, remotely was examined and testified as follows direct examination by Mr. Howard. It says, how are you, ma'am? She says, doing great. Thank you for being here today. My name is David Howard. I represent your male demons, and also on the Zoom representing Mr. Demons is Raven Liberty and Stu Adelson. She says, okay, Your name was given to us as being someone who had information pertaining to this case, specifically concerning statements made to law enforcement about the night in question. And so, first of all, have you spoken to anybody from law enforcement at all regarding the events? Actually strike that. How are you related to this case? My son is Anthony DeAndre Williams. My condolences, ma'am. Thank you. Have you spoken to anybody from law enforcement? All right, let's go. Have you spoken to anybody in law enforcement? I got it in my email, y'all. Make sure I got it in order. I think we went over some of Sakchaser's moment deposition, y'all. I think we went over some a while back where she was saying that her track and Jamie had came to her house or whatever. I just want to make sure I'm doing it in order. Yeah, see, I think that's the wrong order. Let me see. God damn it. Okay, hold on. So that's 8. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with your boy. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What is that? Okay, she said, have you spoken to anybody in law enforcement relation to the events concerning his death? She says, yes. And he says, who did you speak with? She said, I spoke with Mark Moretti. For y'all that don't know, Detective Mark Moretti is the lead detective in this case. Spoon Ben put me up on Mark Moretti. He the same person that questioned Track. And he the lead detective in this whole case. Spoon actually, you know what I mean, that's who Spoon was telling you when he said he talked to the police at the hospital. He talked to Mark Moretti. You know what I'm saying? And she said, I spoke with Mark Moretti. She said, I spoke with a detective that was retiring. So at this time, I don't have his name, Bertrand, I believe. And then I was put over to Mark. And then from Mark, I went to Christine, going to court and stuff in regards to my son's murder. And do you remember when you spoke to them? When I spoke to, she was asking like when I spoke to, and he said each of the ones, the people you spoke to. The first time I spoke with Christine was when I went to court the first time, I believe, or before I went to court. Yes, before the grand jury, she contacted me and let me know that I would have to come in. Mark, he was at my son's funeral. Damn, I ain't know that. Mark Moretti went to Sakchaser's funeral. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. CBC, we learn shit every day. She said, Mark was at my son's funeral. He was at my son's wake. God damn. Okay, now, hold on. Let's slow down for a second. He at the wake and the funeral. He was doing some goddamn investigating. That's why his ass was at that wake and that funeral. He was at the wake and the funeral, bro. Damn. And she said he was very, 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 he was very, very, very closely, you know, communicating with me regarding this situation from the beginning to end. He said, okay, did you have any conversation with him at the funeral or at the wake regarding information that you know? Damn, I didn't know he did all that. Damn. Damn, Moretti wasn't bullshitting. She said he mostly spoke to other family members We did not speak much. I had another conversation with Mark. She said, okay. He said, okay. After they left my son's funeral, it had been some time before I heard from anyone, and I reached out to again that detective who was over the case, and he was leaving. His name is Hector Bertrand, or I don't know. I called him Hector. He was telling me that they had found some information about the case. It was it was best for me to speak to his supervisor because he was leaving at that time. So he gave me Mark's number, and I contacted Mark. And this is Mr. Addison speaking. David, can I interpret for 1 second? He said, sure. And then Mr. Addison said, Ms. Thompson, could you give us the dates of your son's funeral and wake? And then Mr. Howard said, that was my next question. And then Mr. Addison said, I'm sorry, we're thinking alike. And then she said, my son, I got the news, my son. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was not in a good place at the time. And so my family, I probably wrote it down. My family stepped in and took care of everything. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe my son was, next page, buried on November 3rd. Yeah, November 3rd. His wake was the 2nd. Mr. Addison speaking right here. I'm sorry, who is in the room with you? She said, who was in the room with you? I guess somebody there. What did she say? My mother. And he says, and what is her name? And she said, Terry Bagley. And he said, Miss Bradley, do you expect to call her? And Miss Bradley, that's the same lady that interrogated 80 and Fredo Bang. And they say, Miss Bagley, and then Miss Bagley said, Miss Bradley said Miss Bagley was one of the witnesses to some of the statements of Dontavius Withers. And then Mr. Adams said, we need her to step out, obviously. And then Sakchaser's mom say, okay, I'm sorry. And then Mr. Adams would say, I know this is very emotional and we all apologize. If you need to take a break, just tell me. And she said, I'm sorry. We're all sorry. We're meeting. And then he said, I'm sorry. We're all sorry. We're meeting you under these circumstances. But I think you understand we have to, unfortunately. And then she said, And then Mr. Adams said, the funeral was November 3rd. The wake was November 4th. Of 18. And she said, no, the funeral was November 3rd and the wake was November 2nd. Okay, so next page, y'all. Next page. This is crazy. They say there's some juice in here though, dog. I ain't read this before. He said 2nd. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, David. I'm sorry. And this is Mr. Howard. He said, did you speak to Detective Moretti before the wake? She said, I spoke with Detective Moretti also. Oh, I'm so sorry. I spoke to Detective Moretti. No, I called the police station after speaking with Jamie because I still, at this point, trying to get confirmation. But I called the police station, and please forgive me because at this particular day, I'm doing good to remember something because, like I say, my mind is completely, so forgive me. I'm not trying to give things that I don't know for sure, but I do know that I contacted the police station and someone called me back and confirmed it. I believe the first time I met Detective Moretti is when my son, they came to the wake. I don't remember speaking with him that day at the hospital. If I did, it was the only returning the calls from somebody because I called the police station and they said, well, have somebody return the call to give you the confirmation. So if that was Detective Moretti, then it was acknowledged at that time because the only thing I didn't, because it wasn't acknowledged at that time because the only thing I was looking for and wanting out of the call was, who are you and what are you? It was, is my son deceased or not? That was the only thing, and that was the only reason for me taking that call. So I don't recall speaking to him before me seeing him at my son's wake. Okay, now the call that you placed to the police station in order to confirm the bad news that you had heard, when was that call placed? If you don't mind, I know I'm hopping around and answering different questions, but I have to go with what my mind is showing me again, because it's very hard to remember and keep it all, every detail. But I got the call from my daughter. She didn't tell me what happened. My ex-husband called me. That could have been around 8:30. This is when, what day was this? October 26th. Okay, so my daughter called me at 8:05 about, hold on, let me zoom this bitch out. She said, okay, my daughter called me at about 8:30, about 8:30, about 8:10 or 8:15, I don't know. My ex-husband called me around 8:30. I got the news from him. I called my mom. I called Jamie. So she called Jamie. I told y'all, listen, I told y'all all these people know each other, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, they all know each other. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that I be trying to tell y'all, like, these people know, like, all these mamas and, hold on, y'all. All these mamas and children, they all know each other. They all know each other. And Miss Liberty say, I'm sorry. She said, could you clarify 8 a.m. at 8 a.m.? She said 8:30 a.m. And then Sakchaser'S mom said 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I called my mom, I called Jamie, and then I called my cousin, and then I called the police. So I just went around like I just didn't know if this was, like, everybody kept telling me, I don't know. My ex-husband didn't tell me, but it just wasn't something I was trying to believe at the time. And then the police said, I understand. And you said I was all over the place. As I explained, these days I was all over the place. So I'm trying to go where I was at that day, in that time. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. And then the police said, the state attorney said, understood. So you said you called Jamie that night. It was the daytime. It was the morning. Sorry, ma'am. She's the second or the third call. Like I said, the third call. My daughter, my husband, Jamie immediately, because I've always spoke to her anytime my son in emergency, if they got. So I told y'all these people know each other. Okay. Next page. She said she always called Jamie if her son got locked up. She called me. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of tea too, right? She said she called Jamie when her son got locked up. One time, Melly and Sakchaser was down in Fort Myers, Lee County. This a little side juice that y'all don't know. And they got roped off with some weed. It wasn't a lot of weed. It was a small amount of weed. Jamie and Juvie went to Lee County to bond out Melly, but Jamie left Sakchaser in jail. That's what she talking about. You couldn't even take a weed charge. That's what she talking about. I told y'all I be knowing all type of shit, y'all. Know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to my boy channel, Spoons Full of Game, man. That's Spoons Full of Game on YouTube, man. Go run his views up, watch time I was up, and hit that like button when you get over there on this channel, man. He got all this juice, man. I just be, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be reiterating it. But if you want to hear the real shit, go to Spoons Full of Game, man. But anyway, yeah, they was down there in Fort Myers and they got roped off with some weed. It wasn't a lot of weed, just a little bit of weed. And motherfucking Jamie was talking shit. That's when you see the video when she said, you won't even take a weed charge, nigga. She talking about that incident right there where she went down there and bonded out Melly, but she didn't bond out Sakchaser. Now, I don't know how Sakchaser got out of jail, but Juvie and Jamie went to Fort Myers to get Melly, and she bonded Melly out for the weed charge, but she did not bond Sakchaser out. That's probably about Sakchaser. I want to kill you, bitch. But anyway, She said she always called every time her son got locked up. She called me or any situation. She called me or any situation my son and her son together. I'm going to call her because I know she's close to all of this, you know. So I called her immediately after I heard my ex-husband. Do you have a last name for Jamie? Her name is Jamie. It's in my son's phone. Do you mind if I look in my phone? I know it's in my phone. It's Jamie Demons King. And what number was that you dialed? Hold on one second. So it looks like from this message here, it looks like I called her from the actual Facebook app. And then she gave me a number. And so it doesn't show me what we did from there, but I called her on that number. She gave me that number. I'm sorry. And this is Miss Liberty talking. Why would you call her from Facebook and not directly to her phone? And this is Sakchaser. I didn't know her. I don't know her. I don't know her. So I called her from Facebook because that's how we always communicated. I don't know this lady personally other than now when I met her after my son, but I have seen her a few times, but I don't know anyone in this area because I'm not from here. Oh, I take that back, y'all. I take that back. She said she did. She said she don't know them. So maybe, and Sakchaser is from another city. So, you know what I'm saying? So I take that back. She said she didn't know her. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. So she's saying she didn't know her, so I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect what she said, y'all. I wanna see something real quick though. Next page. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button, please. So she say, somebody I know now is after my son died. So I talked to her through Facebook because that's the only type of communication we had. It appears that I called her again. She didn't answer the call. She gave me a 772-501-6942 number. Hold on one second, y'all. There we go. I gotta get it. Let me get it straight. Let me get it straight on the people. Child in a motherfucker. Sak is from Haiti, but by way of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But he's from Haiti too. Oh goddamn. I'm trying to get this motherfucker. This motherfucker sliding around on me like a motherfucker, y'all. There we go. I hate when they do that. Okay. All right, here we go. She says, so everybody I know now is after my son's death. So I talked to her through Facebook because that's the only type of communication we had. It appears that I called her again. She didn't answer the call, but she gave me a 772-501-6942 number. And it's Mr. Howard speaking. You're looking at the message now that you sent? Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. He said, can I hold that message up to the camera and see if I can? I have to go back in. And then it says a brief discussion was off the record record. I don't know what the fuck they talked about, but it said they had a brief, what's the name, off the record. And then it say, may I make a suggestion? This is Mrs. Bradley. This is the lady that interrogated Fredo Bang and AD. She said, can I make a suggestion? Who can take a screenshot of, we can take a screenshot of that and Janna can send it to me after. And Mr. Howard said, that's fine, please do. And then Mr. Howard said, so did you call her on the 6942 number? Yes, sir. And tell us what your discussion was. When I, first of all, about what time do your records, see, all right now, so it ain't me fucking up here, y'all. This is what it say. First of all, about what time do your records there? That's what it say. And then it says it was 8:40, but like I said, around that time so that's all it's saying. Let me see. sure. Next page, y'all. Okay, there we go. It was my ex-husband, my daughter, my ex-husband, Jamie. So I'd say it was around 8:40 period a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I called her from Facebook. I called her Facebook app. She didn't answer. It looks like she gave me a number, so I called her. And I'm on the phone and I said, "Hello, Jamie." And we're both hysterical at this time. I'm like, "Hello, Jamie." And she's like, "Yes, Janna." I was like, "Is it true? Is it true?" Hold on, this motherfucker keeps sliding. She was like, "Is it true?" There we go. Like, is it true? Yes, Janna, yes. I was like, "Is it true?" I'm like, "Jamie." She's like, "I don't know. I'm going through the emotions and everything." The fuck? The fuck are you talking about, bitch? This fucking paper keeps fucking sliding like a motherfucker. "Hello, Jamie." And she's like, "Yes, Janna, yes." I was like, "Is it true? Is it true?" I'm like, "Jamie." She's like, "I don't know. I'm going through the emotions and everything." Sure. I have to explain myself. I'm like, "Is it true? Is it true?" She's like, "I don't know, Janna. I don't know. I'm on my way to the hospital right now, Janna." I said, "What happened? Who is it? What's going on?" She says, "I heard it was Sack and Juvie, which is Anthony and Chris. I don't know, but I promise I'm going to get to the hospital. I promise right now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to call you back when I get there. I'm on my way to the hospital. I don't know. I don't know." I never got confirmation from her. And so that's when I don't even know the hospital. And I was, okay, next page. So that was her talking to Melly's mom. And she said, "I wasn't able to get there because my car was terrible and I couldn't. I didn't know anything about that area. And so I called the police station or the hospital in that area. So I may have had that confirmation about the hospital. So that I may have had that conversation about the hospital. What hospital are you going to? I don't know. I don't know." But anyway, I remember calling the police after I got off the phone with her, the Miramar police. "Okay, was that the extent of your discussion with Jamie?" "Yes." "Do you remember anything else?" "That's it." I was trying to get confirmation from her. She's upset, she's hysterical, and she's telling me that she does not quite know. "I don't know. I don't know. I'm on my way. I promise I'll let you know when I get there." And that's the urgency in her voice. And that's what she was giving me. And so it wasn't, again, what I needed. And so I hung up on her. I hung up from her and continued to look for confirmation. Did you happen to talk to her again that morning?" "I don't think she called me back. I know she texted me." Okay, damn, she didn't call back. Cold motherfucker, ain't it? Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. So she's saying she talked to Jamie, and Jamie all hysterical on the phone, and Jamie said that she was on her way down now. But she's saying that, she was trying to get some confirmation from Jamie, but, she chalked it up to Jamie was just hysterical. And she said she couldn't get down there because her car was messed up. But She just kept trying to call to get confirmation. Yeah, it looks like we had some more conversation that night. I don't remember her calling me back. Are you? I guess she looking through her, and she said, "Are you looking at the text?" She says, "Yes." What's that prompting? That's what's prompting your recollection? She said, "Yeah, it looks like 3:54." She said, "It looks like okay, so 12." This is when we're finding out a little bit more about what happened, and we find out that there are survivors. So I'm asking her, "Is Melly okay? Tell me about. Tell him that I would love to a call. The call would mean a lot to me. Is he okay?" And she's telling me he's hurt. He is hurt. "I'm sorry. My heart is broken. Nobody should have to bury their child." Then she came back the next day and was like, "Thinking about you and your family, praying for peace and why not and whatnot." And then she's the what's they say, "Okay, is that the extent?" So again, what platform was that this text message between you, your phone call, and the 6942 number? This is a Facebook platform. So like I said before, every time she's always contacted me numerous times regarding my son and Melly. This was on Facebook app. Okay, so this was on Facebook app. I understand. So you contacted her on Facebook app. She responded by giving you a 6942 number. You spoke to her telephonically on that number. And she told you she was rushing to the hospital, though she was hysterical, but she wasn't really giving you the confirmation you needed, right? That was the extent of the conversation. And then later on, for reviewing your phone, you can see that you communicated again on Facebook app. Yeah, we go back to that app, Facebook app, because again, it wasn't as personal. I think I started communicating with her from phone to phone after I physically met her when she came and consoled me. Sure, I understand. I'm just trying to get clarity. You don't have to explain why you're on either medium of communication. I'm just trying to understand. Understand, I'm just giving her I'm just going understood. I'm just going by her question that she asked, why would I do that? So that's why I did it. Sure. And the exchange you had with her on the Facebook platform that you just read to us, is that the entirety of the exchange after my son died? Yes. Okay, does your phone, your Facebook, or your texts or anything else reflect any communication with Jamie? So at the time my son died, we spoke that afternoon by Facebook. All the family comes together, and I believe it had to be Friday sometime. I don't know when it was. Again, I don't remember the date, but they came to my mom's house. When you say they, who do you mean? The manager, a bodyguard, and Jamie. It may have been somebody else, I don't know, but I do remember that these two because they introduced themselves to me. And I see this big old man standing around. I'm like, what's that for? But okay, I do recall seeing these two people. Again, I'm in and out. I'm very withdrawn. I'm very, off, just withdrawn, just completely distant mentally. And I feel for this lady, dog. And everything's in a daze. I understand. And she says, I understand. So I do remember Jamie because she consoled me. And I do remember the manager because he jumped in and he jumped up in excitement to see me. He's like, oh my God, Juby's mom. Bruh. He called Sakchaser'S mama, Track called Sakchaser'S mama Juby's mom. Listen to what she said. She said, and I do remember the manager because he jumped up in excitement to see me. He's like, oh my God, Juby's mom. Bruh. Bro, he called Sakchaser's mom Juvie's mom, bro. Now that go back to, I want to say this too now. That go back to what Spoon said, bro. Spoon say, Track be talking about Juvie and all of this and that there, but he didn't know them like that, bro. He didn't know them like that. Spoon said he couldn't have known them no more than less than a year, bro. Now this lends evidence to that. He didn't even know the mamas apart. Now that's bad, bro. Now I'm gonna tell you how you know that's bad. Because you on the way to this lady's house. You don't even know who this lady is. Like, how don't you know who this lady is if you on the way to her house? You get what I'm saying? You get in the car. It's like, hey, we finna go to Sakchaser's mama's house. So how will you get to the house? You be like, hey, this Juvie's mom. Like, that's just totally. I mean, god damn, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, you don't even. I just don't understand how you don't know whose mom this is, and you're on the way to her house. Y'all had to be like, we going to Sakchaser's mama's house on the way to the house. She say, and I do remember the manager because he jumped up in excitement to see me. He's like, oh my God, Juvie's mom. And then she say, I remember these two persons at the time. It was probably the greatest feeling after losing my son because they were so close to him. Damn, dog. You hear what she say? She say, I remember these two persons at that time. It was probably the greatest feeling after losing my son because they were so close to him. Damn. That fucked me up, dog. Give me a minute, dog. Like, damn, dog. I feel for her, bro. I feel for her, bro. I really do. I really do, bro. This sound like a good woman, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna cap. From all I heard Sakchaser's mama was a good woman, bro. Like, for real, for real. I heard she in the church and all type of stuff, bro. And she's so trusting of these people because she seems like the type of person that want to see the good in people, bro. She was even talking about, she wanted confirmation from her son, but she was thinking about how Jamie was feeling and her son alive. She was still feeling for the other people when she was in the midst of her knowing her son is dead. Like, I feel for this lady, dog. This lady around a bunch of, well, these, less than savorable people. I'm gonna just say it like that, bro. And this lady just, naive or not knowing the type of people these people is, man. But anyway, damn, dog. They did that man mama like that, dog. Like, bro, that shit crazy, dog. I feel for her, bro. I really do. She said it was probably the greatest feeling. You hear what she's saying? She's saying it was the greatest feeling after her son died because she at least felt like these people was close to her son. So you ever seen people, when people pass, they like to be around people who knew the person that passed, and they all get together and just kind of like remember the people, or they like to be around. You know what I mean? It make you feel a little better at the time when you're around people that you both have lost that same person. But if them people love that person and that person loved them people and them people that loved you, you know what I mean? So if the person that passed loved both of you, you like to be around them people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you get how I'm trying to say. It's kind of like you end up loving the people who y'all both lost loved. You get what I'm saying? So she said that made her feel good to see Jamie and Track, even though she didn't know them. It was because she knew they knew her son. You know what I'm saying? Damn, dog. I feel for this lady, dog. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. She said it was probably the greatest feeling after losing my son because they were so close to him. So I'm receiving that, gesture from them, thinking, it's genuine. So I do remember those two. I don't remember anybody else. And when would this have been? I I know you don't have a specific recollection, but it would have been the next day, the day after, within a week. Yeah, my son definitely got buried the week later. So within that week we met them. They told us that they would pay for the funeral. They made exchanges with the bank. I mean, it was like 3, 4 exchanges throughout that before that week ended. I know before my sons, I mean, they came in and they were like, yeah, we're going to pay for the funeral. We're so sorry this happened. I'm gonna say this to y'all. I'm gonna say this to y'all. If you really pay attention, if you really pay attention, them paying for these funerals and shit, that shit looks suspect as fuck. Think about it now. If you really pay attention, why is Track and all of them throwing money around and paying for these funerals and all of this and that them? I'm just saying. You could look at you just think about it now. Why is it's suspect as fuck? You get what I'm saying? Spoon said that Track even sent $7,500 for him. He told him I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. He told him to give it to his baby mama. Give it to her. You know what I'm saying? Spoon smelt that shit out from the start. But nobody else turned the money down. They may have felt like Melly was guilty, but none of them turned the money down. Nobody turned the money down but Spoon. You know what I'm saying? And that happened, and that ended up in a big argument as well. Like his baby mama and him got into it about the whole scenario, whatever. But I'm saying this though, just pay attention now. Track them coming down there throwing money around. They gave a lot of people money. Even gave some of the YNW jits money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just suspect as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because why would y'all be doing this? Sakchaser and Juvie was not signed to 100K management. They was not signed to 300 entertainment. They was not signed at all. You feel me? So what's all this you paying for the funerals and all that? To me, it's a sign of guilt when you really break it down. Like, you get what I'm saying? It was like they were trying to like buy the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we know you lost your son, but here goes some money. You know what I mean? It was like kind of like trying to like buy him a little bit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have took none of that money either. I'm just be real with you. I would have took a motherfucking thing. I don't want shit from you, bitch. Bitch, that shit ain't worth my motherfucking kid. Fuck you mean, nigga. Fuck that, fuck your money. You know what I'm saying? I could have been broke. Bitch, I don't want none of your money, nigga. The fuck? My kid to be turned up in his fucking grave, nigga. But anyway, let me get to the next page. He said, I agree, because why Track ain't go to the funeral? Exactly. This next page. Okay. So she said, I mean, I remember Jamie calling me within that week saying, oh, Melly gave you a car. He loves you so much within that week. Yeah, I could say we definitely spoke about 4 times. So I understand that one of these things that you recall from the subsequent series of conversations with Jamie was that she said that Melly loves you and gave you a car and that you're going to pay for the funeral. Now I'm gonna say this. Melly was close to Sakchaser's mama, right? If you pay attention, he got her name on his neck. He got Janna and he got Jamie on his neck. So Melly and Sakchaser's mama was cool. She say, Keela say, what's scary is Jamie knew he did it from the very beginning. As much as I love my sons, I couldn't do that. do the things she did. For real, I was gonna wait on saying that too, Keela, but I felt the same exact way. She's actually going around consoling these people and playing like she really, you know. But the only reason why I ain't get into it, Keela, because I felt like, I'm gonna just give Jamie the benefit of the doubt on this one, just a little bit, Maybe she really did feel for them, a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Because you gotta think now. Hold on. Oh no, I forgot. No, the fuck she didn't, because she didn't like Sakchaser. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm with you on that too. She didn't like Sakchaser. She didn't like Sakchaser at all. So yeah, I'm with you on this, Keela. She faking like a motherfucker. She doing like Tupac did on Juice after he fucking killed Raheem. Yeah, this shit ain't cool at all. Cause she did not like Sakchaser one bit. So you over there consoling his mama and all that type of shit there? Hell no. So yeah, this some fuck shit here, dog. And that's why them motherfuckers ain't gonna have no good luck, bro. This is a God-fearing woman, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. They say Sakchaser mama is a church lady, bro. For all the bullying and shit Sakchaser had going on himself, they say his mama is a great woman. Melly got her name tattooed on his neck. What that tell you? That means she was very welcoming. She probably treated him like he was her son. Yeah, I'm with you. Think about this, y'all. Melly had Sakchaser mama name on his neck. That lets me know. Yeah, she said Spoon been telling about her too. I knew he ain't capping for real. Listen, but bro, I just want to just think about this, dog. This lady, Melly, got this man mama name tattooed on his neck. He got Sakchaser's mama name tattooed on his neck. So I can assume the type of love that she extended to him. She probably treated him just like she treated her son. You feel me? For this man to get this lady name tattooed on his neck, he got her name on his neck, wrapped with his mama name on the side. That means he felt she was like his mama. So that let me know that she done fed him. He done stayed the night over our house. You see what I'm saying? She done nurtured him, took care of him the same way she did her own son. And evidently he felt that love because he put her name tattooed on his neck permanently. So that means he felt the love that Sakchaser mama was sharing with him. And she shared that with him because he was her son's friend. I know mamas like this. I seen mamas like this that accept you in just because they love you just like they love their own kid, and because they son friend. And they feel like you got your son and him, they got a bond, so they you know what I'm saying? And then for this man to kill this man, damn. Bro, let me tell you something. As we learn more and more about this case, it just tug at the heartstrings, dog. Like, damn, like when you really think about all the people that were affected by this man mama, bro. Melly loved this. He had to have love for this man mama because he got a name tattooed on his neck. But you kill her son? This lady had you in her house, probably feeding you her home cooked Haitian food. Seeing how you, bro, that shit crazy. Question, did he have her name before Sack passed? Yes, I think. That's a good question. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, audio crack. Karen president say, why Melly have a problem giving his boys money but go all out for the funeral? Help me understand this. I'm with you on that, Karen president. That don't make no sense neither. And I'm gonna tell you this. If you listen to AD's statement, if you go to my last video and listen to the AD deposition, He said Melly was always giving all of them shit. Like this, you know what I mean? So that's a good statement, though, Karen, because that made me believe it. And I said this before. I don't believe that Melly did this because of money. I don't. I think this was personal. This was personal. Like, cause he got to know that money was finna be falling out the ceiling for him. Them little $200,000 that Sakchaser's were talking about, that was nothing compared to what Melly was gonna make or was making. I don't know if he was making it at that time, but I'm saying it was nothing that compared to what he was going to make. So I gotta think that he wouldn't have killed him for 200,000. Nigga, you finna be a millionaire. Yes, Zach, just go and get your little 200,000, nigga. I'm finna be swimming like Scrooge McDuck in these millions. So, and that little 200,000, that shit would have run out quick as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I mean, so I'm with you. He gonna kill him and then gotta pay for funerals and all of this type of shit. But I'm gonna say this, man. Sometimes we be trying to figure out the rational reasoning and all of this behind these things. But a lot of times when we really look at these situations, it don't be rational. You know what I'm saying? It be some weird ass shit. Like, look at these niggas, the 4 boys that killed that police lady up in Chicago. They did that shit because they needed money for a barbecue. They went out robbing and ended up killing this police lady because they wanted to get money for a barbecue. Now, what the fuck rational is that? So I don't start beginning to learn or try to wrap my mind around that a lot of this stuff that happens nowadays, it don't have no rationale to it. A lot of times these people don't think like rational people think. You know what I mean? The motives and the reasoning why they be doing these crazy things. Normal people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we be kind of caught off guard and we kind of be at a disadvantage to these type of people because we be like, oh no, this not gonna happen, and then shit really do happen. So I try to train my mind nowadays. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I train my mind like I think anything can happen. Like I be thinking anything can happen. Like, you know what I mean? Because as more and more I see, anything do be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the shit that be happening nowadays, it be crazy shit. So I just try to wrap my mind to believe that anything can happen. You know what I mean? Like anything at any time, anywhere. I mean, that's how I try to look at it. It's just the dope music and demons. No rhymes or reason. For real, don't be no rhymes or reason. Like this man was finna be a multi-millionaire. I mean, still make millions. But I'm saying, like, I'm gonna say this. If he didn't care one iota for Sakchaser or Juvie, still care about yourself, man. You gonna throw your future away? Like the life that you see right in front of you that you finna be living. You finna throw that away and kill your 2 friends? Like, you don't care enough about yourself? She said it's possible Jamie had him do it. I ain't gonna say Jamie had to do it because I think Jamie want to be rich and live that celebrity life more so than she wanted. Young men do it every day. You right, Audio Crack. I don't think Jamie had him do it per se because I think Jamie want to be famous, rich, and living that life more than anything else. But I do think she put a battery in his back when she. I ain't gonna put it all on her like that because I'm gonna say Sack did what he did too. You know what I'm saying? Sack, you threatened the man, mama. Sack, you did a lot of out of pocket shit. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, you kind of is backing people in a corner per se as far as like you, they say that I'm telling you, the police text. They say they got a text message that said Sakchaser told Melly, "I'm gonna kill your mama." Like, not very many men gonna let that slide. I'm just being real with you. Not old girl. So I'm not justifying it. What I'm saying is, I could see how she would run back and tell her son once some of this shit that happened. You feel me? So, and then that may have made him that would have added more fuel to the fire. You get what I'm saying? She said, so it was in Melly's head, got too big and mistreated his partner's intentions. Melly wasn't mad until money came into the picture. So was it Melly's head got too big and mistreating his partner's intentions? Melly was mad until money came into the picture. I don't know, Kilo. I don't know, Karen. That's a good question. But Melly put a hit on her. Good point. So what you saying is, he couldn't have been that mad about the situation with Sack. This is confusing because I can't say that either, Keela, because check this out. I have seen people that cuss out their parents, but you better not say a motherfucking thing about them. You feel me? Like, Melly put a hit on his mama, but I was just looking at the live where Jamie playing a song that Melly got, and Melly say, and it's Melly and Jamie on the song, and he said, fuck that best friend shit. Fuck that best friend shit. That's my mommy. That's my mommy. That's my mommy. That's my mommy. Basically saying, fuck the best friend shit, nigga. You tried my mama. See what I'm saying? And I done seen this in the hood a lot of times. I done seen people that don't like their parents, but let another motherfucker try their parents, and they'll go to war with that other motherfucker, but they don't like their parents either. I done seen it. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You think he gonna appeal? Yeah, he gonna appeal if he get found guilty trifling. This shit gonna go on for a while. We probably will never know. But I do understand what Keela's saying. But I'm gonna say this. I do understand what she said. This is what Keela's saying, y'all. Keela's saying that being that Melly put a hit on his mama, how much could the Sakchaser going at it with his mama have made Sakchaser actually do this to, Melly do this to Sakchaser? Because evidently Melly wasn't that fond of his mama either. But I'm gonna say this, I have seen where Melly be talking good about his mama. I done seen him say that. I done seen him talking about my mama all I got and this and that there. And then I also done seen him on the phone with Track saying, man, I don't know who my mama is, man. My mama tripping, man. My mama this, my mama that. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never had a dysfunctional mama or been in the hood to see him, trust me, I seen this shit a lot of times. I have seen this a lot of times. It's damn near like abuse to the children. You know what I'm saying? It was proven that he put a hit on her. I'm gonna say this, from the police reports that I read, they said so. Yeah, they found it in his phone. Yes. This is it from what I read, and I read it today. Yeah, they said that. Yeah, Killer, a love-hate relationship. I don't see this. Okay. When I was down there with Spoonem, this is the situation that got me to leave them. I was 14 years old. Me, Spoon brother named James, my homeboy Munt, my homeboy Stick Man, couple of us. We broke into a bar in Wabasso, Florida. We broke into the bar. Make a long story short, we hit pretty nicely. We was kids. We was like 13, 14, and we hit pretty good. We hit pretty good. You know, I definitely hit pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Because I found the money, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew that people would know, would suspect that we did it. So what I did was, and I was poor at the time. I was dirt poor. My mom was on drugs. I was dirt poor. So what I did was I buried all my money, and I kept probably like $5 in my pocket, all in ones. You know what I'm saying? And I just played broke. Well, my friends who broke into it with me, they just went to splurging and spending money. And that community is so small. It was the talk of the town the very next day. Oh, Miss Maddie bar got broken into. Who did it? So they just waited around. The people. It didn't take but a couple of hours to see my friends spending the money. So one of my friends' mama, her name's Beatrice. That's my homeboy Munt's mama. Shout out to Beatrice. She pretty much found out her son had broken into the bar the same day because her son had money. He was spending it, and they wasn't trying to. My friends wasn't trying to hide that they had money. I did. I buried mine, and I was playing broke, and I had more money than them anyway because I had to cuffed a little bit because I found the money. Finder's fee. So anyway, my homeboy Munt, his mama, she was on drugs too, but you know, she was one of them. She was one of the mamas what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? No disrespect, Miss Beatrice, because she's still alive, but she know how she was. And anyway, she came to my mama's house and told my mama, your son going to jail. Your son going to jail. He going to jail with my son. I'm finna call the police on them. They done broken Miss Maddie's bar. So my mama asked me, my mama asked me what happened. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, mama. I ain't breaking shit. I ain't breaking shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say it like that, but I said, I ain't breaking nothing, mama. She said, y'all broke into Miss Maddie's bar, and she finna call the police on y'all. And I said, nah, Miss Maddie ain't call the police. Nobody ain't. This my homeboy mama. We kids. We 13, 14 years old. She came to my mama house, told my mama she finna call the police on her. So make a long story short, my mama asked me what the money is. I said, I ain't got no money, mama. I ain't breaking nothing. You know, I told you my mama was on drugs at the time now. You know, I'm pretty much the man of the house. I ain't got no money, mama. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm broke, mama. So my mama finally broke it down to me. My mama said, listen, if you don't tell me what happened, I can't help you. When the police come, they're gonna take you because she said she's gonna tell the police that y'all broke into Miss Maddie's bar. So I finally broke down. I told my mama, I say, mama, I did it. She said, you did it? She said, what you did with the money? I say, I buried it. She said, okay, go dig it up. I said, okay. I went and dug the money up. I had probably about $3,000. A little under. I had way more money than them. I'm telling you, because I cuffed. They didn't know I cuffed, but I did. I cuffed. You know what I'm saying? And I had about $3,000. And she said it was a crackhead in the house with her, a white dude. And he always come on there and smoke crack with my mama and shit. And so she said, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pay him and we're gonna take you to Orlando to your daddy. Cause I don't want you to go to jail. I said, okay. And right then I gathered my clothes up and we got in the car with the crackhead, and my mama them took me all the way to Orlando. She took me all the way to Orlando, and I gave her like $500. And I told her to take me by the mall before I went to my daddy because I ain't had no good clothes. I told you I was playing broke. I was dirty. So she took me by the mall. I bought me some Nikes and some nice clothes, and she dropped me off with my daddy. And that was pretty much how I ended up back in Orlando, because I had broken to the bar and my friend's mama had threatened to call the police on us for doing it. But I say all that to say this. You see what the type of mothers that we deal with, not mine. I mean, my mama had her issues too, but his mama, the one was going to call the police on him. You see what I'm saying? And he loved his mama to death. But she was damn sure finna put his ass in jail. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we deal with. This is what we deal with in the hood, bro. We deal with these type of moms, the love-hate relationship. It could be that with the fathers too, but it definitely be like that with the mamas a lot of times. You know what I mean? You know, you can't tell a mama shit. Be honest with you, no disrespect to y'all ladies, but the toxic ones, you can't tell them shit. They're gonna raise us how they want to raise us, and they're gonna raise us how they want to raise us, and they nobody can tell them nothing. Like you can't tell a mama, a toxic mama, you can't tell her shit. I'm telling y'all this shit. She gonna raise her children how she wanna raise them. All she know is I put food in your stomach, I put clothes on your back, and I put a roof over your head. Now anything after that, she can do what the fuck she wanna do. And it's nobody who gonna check her. Who gonna check her? Not the man. Not the daddy. He ain't gonna check her. So this is what we deal with sometimes. So Melly mama is a toxic mama. She had him young. She doing what she do. She messing around with a lot of different dudes. Go to Spoon Channel, he'll tell you how she is. He'll tell you. So she doing all of these things, nigga. Like, okay, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not bashing women because I love women. They're the greatest thing God ever made, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? For real. Women are the most precious thing in the universe. And you heard it from Moretti, boy, trust me. But the toxic ones, bro, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, they something else, big dog. And this is what Melly was dealing with. So it's like a love-hate type of thing, bro. This the same lady that when he got abused by Benny King, he had to leave his house and go stay with his grandmama, but she stayed in the relationship with Benny King. And the police had arrested him for abusing Melly. This the same lady that, and then they say, go check out the Ace Hood documentary. They talk about it. They say she basically had took Benny's side, saying that it was Melly's fault that he had got abused like this. Now, Melly allegedly took Benny's or stole a phone or something, but they say the man blacked his eye. I don't give a damn what he stole. He don't supposed to get no black eye. They say Jamie told him it was his fault. Then they said that in the same documentary that she wasn't even supporting him at first. She started supporting him after 772 went viral. Cause she seen the dollar signs. She seen, my son popping off, my son blowing up. He didn't want to get on the bandwagon. I'm just telling you, this is what we deal with, dog. I ain't really, it happens every day, B, in the hood. I'm telling you, this the shit we deal with, like, with our mamas. I'm just telling you. Daddies be bad too, but the daddies don't be around that much for us to deal with them on a day-to-day basis to go through this. We deal with the daddies when we see them and they come by or wherever they go. But the mamas, shit. All right, okay. All right, but anyway. So I could see how Melly could love his mama today and not like her tomorrow, and then love her the day after that, and then not like her the day after that. You feel what I'm saying? And if we pay attention, that's what the relationship looked like. He sold her out. He put a hit on her, but he all on the what's the name, saying he love her. He making songs with her, saying fuck that best friend shit. This my mommy. Letting tracks sell her eye on the phone. He damn near selling her eye, saying I don't know who my mama is, man. My mama crazy. My mama on all this type of shit. But at the same time, you making songs with her, talking about you love her, and I got a song with my mommy and all of this type of shit. I think I'm gonna tell you what I really think it be too, dog. I think a mama can do shit to a kid and we'll forgive them. I'm just being real. Mama get away with a lot of shit. Your mama could do all kind of fuck shit, but you're gonna forgive them as a child. We love our mamas, bro. I don't give a fuck. Bad, hate it, or love it. We love our mamas, and mama could get away with a lot of shit. So we be hoping that our mamas be especially when we got the ones that be doing a lot of bullshit, or have they mood swings, or have they ways, or living a way that we really don't want them to live. We always hope that they will end up being the mama that we really want. And on the days when they being the mama that we want, we really enjoy that. But then when they, being the other person that we don't like, we deal with it because we remember that yesterday she was the mama that we like. So all we got to do is just deal with the bad day, and then it'll be a good day behind that, and they'll be in the kitchen cooking for us, rubbing us on the head, telling us they love us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but that's what we go through, dog. And I say we, because I'm telling you, I've been through that shit. I'm telling you. For real. And I still love my mama. She ain't here with her no more, but you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But let's get back to this shit, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna say something real quick here, y'all. I'm gonna say some real shit real quick here, right? And I wasn't gonna say this. I wasn't gonna say nothing about that because I'm dealing with it. It's something that I'm dealing with personally, right? But since we talking about mamas, I'm gonna break it down a little bit. I'm gonna say this real quick. This is personal. This is real personal here. I ain't seen my son, my last baby son. I ain't seen my son in 3 months. I ain't seen my son in 3 months. I text my baby mama, try to call her. She won't answer the phone. No FaceTimes, no nothing. I called her uncle, told her just tell her, send me some videos, some pictures of my baby. Nothing. Called her cousin, tell her send some pictures or videos of my baby. Nothing. Nothing. I ain't seen my baby. I was there when he was born, bought him all his baby shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I did everything. Baby showers, everything. Paid all the bills, everything. His mama didn't work nowhere. I had 2 jobs. Paid everything. Took her to Puerto Rico, all type of shit. But I just got tired of the relationship because I said it wasn't working. Never cheated on her, never did nothing, bro. Nothing. Cooked, cleaned. I did all that shit. I left my house at 6 in the morning, came home at 11:30. I get in my house was dirty as fuck, and I had a nice house. I used to clean, cook, all that shit in the middle of the night. I go to sleep at 1 and still got to get back up at 5. She never worked a day in her life. Check this out. So when I finally got tired of the relationship, I left. Since I left, I ain't even been able to see my son, dog. I ain't even able to see my boy. That I pulled. I was there holding her hand when she had a C-section. Only person in the house, in the operating room was me and her. I was holding her hand while her stomach and shit laid all the way open. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed in the hospital with 9 days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen my son in 3 months. And that's all I care about, really. I just want to see my son, just FaceTime, let him see me do the Google Gaga daddy thing. I say all that to say this. She love him now. She love him. She love him. I ain't saying she don't. But you see how sometimes toxic mothers is? She just done took me and him away from each other. All because I just decided not to deal with the bull no more. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show y'all sometimes how some women do things. You know what I'm saying? So, and I told you, ain't nobody gonna check them. Ain't nobody who gonna check them. Now he might grow up thinking, I mean, of course I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna go through the courts, that's what my next move is, but I'm saying, but he may think that his daddy, he got a deadbeat daddy or something. You feel what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But this is what she's got going on. I just want to see my boy, talk to my boy. That's it. I don't want to talk about no bad past relationship. I don't care about no new boyfriend. I don't want to be in your business. I don't want to know what's going on in your household. I don't want none of that. I just want to get on the FaceTime and Google Gaga with my boy. You feel me? And help take care of my boy. That's it. But I'm just trying to show you how some women do things and how they be toxic and they perpetuate these generational curses. You see what I'm saying? And it's just the way some people is, man, you know. But let me get on with this here. And I just feel like I share that to y'all because it's just something that I'm going through, I'm dealing with. But, you know, and I ain't no deadbeat dude, so I'm not the type of dude that be like, oh man, fuck that, let her raise the baby. Oh no, hell no. I want to be there every day. I want to see him walk. I want to see him crawl. I want to throw the ball with him. I want to do that. That's what I did with my other son, Mike. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. I'm a good daddy. You feel me? But I'm just trying to show you how shit be sometimes. I have my days. I get sad sometimes. I miss my boy, but it's good. It's all good. She said, I remember Jamie calling me within the week as well, saying, oh, Melly gave you a car. He loves you so much within that week. Yeah, I could say we definitely spoke about 4 times. So I understand that one of the things that you recall from that subsequent series of conversations with Jamie was that she said that Melly loves you and gave you a car and that they were going to pay for the funeral. Do you remember the substance of any other conversation you had? She said to me that, you know, my son, you lost your son, Janna. I'm sorry, but she looked at me and hugged me and looked at me and she started crying. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I appreciate that, Keela. I just want to see my boy, man. But do you hear her? Do you hear her? She said, Jamie started crying and you know, I appreciate that, Karen. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have my days, man. I have my days. Some days I be sad as hell. You know what I mean? I miss my boy. You know what I mean? But, you know, what can I do? But I be praying. I pray about it a lot. You know, I pray about it a lot. But you see Melly Mama, she crying and all. Wow. Damn. Yo, man, where can we read these? I pray for you. Appreciate it. This one here is on the website. This one here is on the Broward County website. This is Sakchaser'S Mama Deposition. This has been out there. This one here is. She say, I'm sorry to take you through this. I mean, Mr. Howard say, I'm sorry to take you. Oh, damn, hold on. I'm sorry, but she looked at me and hugged me and looked at me and started crying and said, Janna, you lost your son, but I lost my son too. What? Hold on, y'all. God damn, dog. Bro, these people gonna burn in devil's hell, dog. Listen to this shit, dog. She said to me, you know my son, you lost your son, Janna. I'm sorry, but she looked at me and hugged me and looked at me and she started crying. She said, Janna, you lost your son, but I lost my son too. Even he's not, I lost my son too. And we just hugged and cried, whatever. Do y'all hear that shit? She told this lady, I know you lost your son, but I lost a son too. Talking about Sakchaser, somebody she definitely didn't like. And she fake crying with this man, mama. I see where Melly get it from. Damn. Bro, let me tell y'all something. They have to make this a movie, dog. They have to make this a movie. I have never seen a movie that's like this. Like I'm just being real with you, dog. Bro, like Keela say, going to hell with gasoline draws on, bro. I have no fucking words, man. Damn. Just when you think it can't get no worse or stranger or just disgusting, it goes to an all new low. This case goes to an all new low. You fucking crying with this man, mama, dog. Telling this man, mama, you lost a son too when you clearly didn't give a damn about Sakchaser'S because y'all been beefing and going through shit. And then this lady probably don't even know that. Think about this. She probably don't know. Bro, I'm telling y'all, everybody says Sakchaser'S mama is a great woman. They say she a God-fearing woman. Damn. And you knew your son killed this man. Jamie knows the magnitude of what Melly have done. She will lose a son. Damn. Wow. If she gonna lose a son now, so she'll see for real. This shit crazy, yo. But the mama say, and we just hugged and cried. Damn. This is hard to read, cuz I ain't gonna even cap to y'all. This is hard to read, dog. This is hard to read. But anyway, again, because I'm a parent, dog, I just look at, I love kids, bro. These, like I said, these somebody babies, bro. These were somebody babies. But when I think about somebody, these young men, or even somebody dying, I think about somebody had them in their arms. Somebody fed them. Somebody taught them how to walk. Somebody changed their diaper. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Tucked them in. And then for somebody just to take them away from the people that they love for nothing. People do not value life anymore. I know y'all, we done all know that. We all done heard that. For real, bro. That shit crazy, man. Hit me when you got live. Okay, I'll hit your music 101. Damn. Shout out Music 101, man. Go subscribe to this channel, man. Damn. That shit fucked me up, gang. I ain't gonna even count, dog. But let me keep reading. I'm sorry to take you through this, but take a moment, please. Do you need to get a tissue or something? Damn, dog. Oh. Damn, dog. My bad, y'all. I fucked around there. Damn, they did that, man. Mama like that, dog. Fuck, I'm supposed to be there. I know. Damn, I wait over there. Damn, my bad, y'all. I lost my place real quick. Let me get back. Damn. Okay, so it say, I'm sorry to take you through this, but take a moment. Do you need to get a tissue or something? Miss Bradley said, Why don't you go grab a glass of water, walk around a little bit? Okay, Janna. And it says, thereupon a recess was taken, and it says, witness, I'm sorry. And then Mr. Howard said, I understand. So I take it that Sakchaser's mama actually started crying in there, y'all. Damn, I felt the emotion from reading this, you know what I'm saying? But it says, I'm sorry to take you through this, but take a moment, please. Do you need to go get a tissue or something? And then Miss Bradley said, why don't you go grab a glass of water, walk around a little bit, okay, Janna? And it says, thereupon a recess was taken. So that means she really was crying in there, bro. Like, she was in there crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn, dog. Damn, bro. Damn, Sack Mama. Damn, I don't like that shit, dog. But anyway, she said, I'm sorry. And then Mr. Howard said, I understand. Damn, they did Sack Mama like that, dog. Boy, it's nasty motherfuckers, boy. Damn, dog. I don't like shit like that, gang. For real, dog. They said that lady a good lady, dog. They said that lady a good lady. I'm telling y'all this, bro. It say, do you remember having any other conversations with Jamie? That after my son died again, like, she really showed herself friendly. And she showed herself friendly. They came to the funeral. It was kind of awkward thing, but again, I'm out of it still. But afterwards, yeah, they said that Melly said that he would make sure I was okay, and she made sure I was okay until later on when I found out differently. But she showed herself friendly. Okay, did you have any conversations with Track, the manager? Yeah, he definitely showed himself friendly as well. And everything he said in that week, in that time, he said, I'm going to take care of his funeral. And he said, he gave my ex-husband something. I don't know, because like I said, I pulled away from everything. Then he said, give me a bank account number. I'm going to put money in the bank account. And he did that. I mean, I had to text him a few times to discuss that. I believe he was speaking with my daughters about the t-shirts, because there were some requests that they be made. We wanted t-shirts, and the money for, they said, whatever you guys want. So my daughters wanted t-shirts done. So I think they were going back and forth for pictures, and her and Track and my daughters had built a relationship in that area of trying to get the t-shirts together. They even surprised my daughters by bringing them jackets. They didn't expect that, because they were just looking for shirts, but they did brought them jackets, and they was excited about that. After that, I did a FaceTime with Melly and Track and Cortland around Thanksgiving, and Jamie, like I said, she had been in and out showing herself friendly, because they kind of like let her deal with me. I guess maybe because she's another woman too. Like, they wanted to deal with a man when it came down to finances, whatever. I mean, this went on for about a month and a half. And then I started dealing with Track about the car, because Melly was supposed to be changing the car around. Okay. Let me see real quick. Okay. Just want to get real quick. Again, this is before anything happens. This is just after my son's death. And so they, Track was going back and forth with me about how he's going to get the title to me and different things. They wanted my address. I mean, Every time I sent them something, they responded. Every time they sent me something, I responded. And it's mostly through text, through the iPhones at this time. Then everything became personal. And then he sent me some more money. Track did, or Jamie did. Jamie sent more money around Thanksgiving, or he said, "This is for Christmas. This is $1,000." He said, "This is for you guys, Christmas or whatever." And then I was told, to refrain, and I was getting the details of the findings of the case. Who gave you details of the findings? The detectives. The detectives. Which one? Do you remember? Mark Moretti. And then I cut off communications with the entire group, and I got rid of the car. Okay, so when did you recall Detective Moretti giving you details about the findings of the case as he perceived them? Damn. So y'all hear that shit, dog? They gave her the track. Looks hella suspicious. They were trying to buy these folks off. I told you. Did track? You mean did Sakchaser'S have kids? No. I asked the same question. Keela, good question. I asked the same question the other day. And no, neither one of them had kids. I actually asked this question. So no, neither one of them had kids. I think I asked this question maybe 3 days ago. So that's a good question, Keela. But no, neither one of them had kids. But you see, they gave Sakchaser's mama the red Mitsubishi. You see that, right? They gave it to him. I've been knew that too. But you see how they keep. I told y'all they were throwing money around to all them people, dog. I told y'all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now think about this. Why is they throwing all this money around like that? Why is they doing all of that? They making themselves look hella suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't what normally happen when people get killed and nobody had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Your people going to bury you how they bury you with your insurance or a fish fry or however they do it, but they letting people know that they got something to do with this. By the way they acted, I'm telling you. And Spoon was on some shit like he ain't finna let them buy him. I wouldn't have let it either. I don't give a fuck how much money they had. I'll tell you, I could have been broke. I'm not taking no fucking money from you, nigga. And you motherfuckers know what happened to my son covering up or whatever. No, that's disrespect to my child. That's disrespect to me. Man, you got me fucked up. I don't want no motherfucking money from you bitches. Hell no. I would have wanted to spit in one of their motherfucking face. I'm just saying. By my child? By my child? By my child? By the one that I did like this him? Man, you got me fucked up. She say, and I don't know why I want to say, I believe it was, well, yep, because I remember her birthday. Jamie's birthday is like New Year's Eve or something. And I think it was like a couple of days before her birthday. Like I said, Jamie, she showed herself friendly. So in my mind, I'm a birthday girl. So I was going to wish her a happy birthday. I don't know if I did or I didn't know if I did it. But either way, it was within the time frame, end of December, maybe somewhat towards the beginning of January. I can't even remember when they got arrested. So that's where I'm at with that. That's scattered. I don't remember, so I don't want to say anything because I don't remember. Was there ever a time that you gave law enforcement details that you knew about the case? Oh, absolutely. When was that? When I contacted Moretti at that time, and I said I've spoken to Hector person, and then I spoke with Mark, and he asked me, "What do you think could have possibly happened, Janna?" And I told him that. Did you tell him that you were there? Oh no, I wasn't there. Absolutely, I was not. Okay. So he was asking you to speculate as to what you thought happened? Yes, he asked me because prior to that, the boys showed up at my mom's house and my sister's house. My son died before we continued. When did you have When would this have been in relation to the night of the incident that you're speaking to, Moretti? So my son died on the 26th. Duntavius popped up at my sister's home on that Saturday. Duntavius told me that Melly, he told me to tell, he said if Melly, to tell them that Melly wasn't in the car. So Duntavius Withers told that basically said to tell her, it's hard how he said it, y'all. I can't understand it. She says, I'm gonna read it word for word. She says, Duntavius told me that Melly, he said if Melly to tell them that Melly wasn't in the car. So I guess she's saying that Melly told them to say that Melly wasn't in the car, and Duntavius Withers told her this, and then she said that in the meantime, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm questioning Duntavius, like, what's going on? Why did you do this? And why didn't you do that? And just different things. And he was giving me suspicions that there was something else, though. When he told me, don't tell the police that Melly was in the car, also he told Sakchaser's mama to not to tell that Melly was in the car. That's crazy. Moretti, don't tell the police that Melly was in the car. Moretti and the whole gang that Moretti was with pulled up at my sister's house. And so when he told me that, I exploded on him and I went to Moretti and said, something's going on. And I said, my son would have died for every last one of those kids. And now they're telling me my son is, damn, dog. She said her son would have died for every one of them kids. And now they're telling me my son is dead. Something's wrong. And then that's when I told Moretti that. And so he wrote down something. He questioned that young man, and I went back in my sister's house. So Moretti pulled up when Duntavius and all of them was actually at Sakchaser's mama's sister house. She said something's wrong, and that's when I told Moretti that, and he said, and he wrote down everything. He questioned that young man, and I went back in my sister's house. So this happened at the sister's house. So basically what she's saying is Duntavius was telling her this shit at her sister's house, right? And now I'm gonna say this. Let me backtrack here, y'all. Let me backtrack here. I want to straighten something out real quick. I was under the impression that Duntavius Withers was Sakchaser's brother. That's a lie. And I'm gonna straighten that right now, because I said that. But that's a lie. It got to be a lie. So I was wrong on that. We're going to get this right. We're going to get this straight. Y'all, I told you, I'm the first to admit when I was wrong. Because if he was his brother, that would make this his mama. That can't be his brother. Now, they may be related. That may be his cousin or something like that, because she's saying that Duntavius pulled up at my sister's house. But Duntavius is not Sakchaser's brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Duntavius, he did kind of tell. But anyway, she's saying that when Duntavius was at her sister's house telling her that not to tell the police that Melly was there, Moretti pulled up. And she ran to Moretti and told Moretti something's wrong. And she said something's wrong. And then that's when I told Moretti that. And so he wrote down everything. He questioned that young man, and I went back in my sister's house. And me and my sister got fired up on that young boy prior to, because that was like, you was supposed to be a family friend, understand? And so Moretti asked me that day, I told Moretti something's going on, and this little boy, this and whatever he's telling me, I told Moretti. And so then Moretti, well, that's what I was trying to get at. What do you recall telling Moretti other than the fact that you suspect that something's going on? And I told Moretti on another conversation by phone, he said, what do you think is going on, Janna? I said, well, wait a second. Let's keep this conversation separate. The one when he pulled up right after Mr. Withers made a statement that gave you, caused you suspicion. What else do you recall telling already in that in-person conversation other than your suspicion that something's going on? Damn. This shit getting crazy, yo. This shit getting queasy. This shit getting queasy. This shit like must-see TV. Yeah, John Davis told, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. We burning the midnight oil here. What time it is? Damn, it's 3:30. God damn. Boy. Yeah, something's, he said, hit that like button, y'all. We rocking out. She said, yeah, something's up with these kids. And he just told, God damn it, stop sliding on me. He said, yeah, something's up with these kids. And he just told me to tell you guys that Melly wasn't in the car. Ooh, she told the police that. Yeah, something's up with these kids. And he just told me to tell you guys that Melly wasn't in the car. That's what was told that day. That's all you told him that day? Uh-huh. Then you spoke to him again subsequently by phone. Uh-huh. And he asked what do you suspect went on and what was your response? First of all, when would this have been? The next day or no? I think it had to be, you know what? It had to be after the funeral and everything. Okay, I started coming into, back to where I was, and things were just ding, 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 because you have to think my son's life was completely secret to me, because now I'm trying to pinpoint everything, every little thing, ding, 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 trying to make sense of it all. So I'm coming back to myself. And I called Moretti and told him the conversation that in the middle of the night, my son contacted me like a couple of days before it happened. My son hysterically called me and I'm telling Moretti about that. I said, he called me. He was very concerned about my whereabouts. He was concerned about my sister's whereabouts. He was concerned like something was going to happen to us. And he told me to move out of the house, which I was already in the process of moving. And he told me he would not get his money. He said, I'm probably not going to get my $200,000. I'm probably not even going to get no money, Mom. He talking. It's like 5 in the morning, just going off. I'm doing this shit. You see me. I'm doing this. You see me. But it's 10 times faster than me. So I'm trying, like, baby, calm down. Oh my God. In my mind as a mother, what the heck? 200,000? Where the heck you get that from? Oh my God. As a mother, I'm just trying to literally, I saw my son the next day and he was dead. So I told Mark about the situation. I said, I believe something happened when it came down to my son. Somebody owed him some money. He's supposed to get some money, because he said he wasn't going to get it. And I said, he started telling me about all of these different things. I said, I believe those kids had something to do with money. And they had some kind of issue with money. I don't know, because my son denied. Damn, dog. She said, my son and I literally saw those boys prior to, they were fine with each other. And I just know that my son was upset and calling me in the middle of the night. He's like, "Ma, I'm not going to get my money." And I just told Moretti that I just think those kids, something's not right. These kids are not acting right. Like, I know my son was in these kids' lives, and their response to my son's death was not what I expected. I did not get the response that I think I should have. So I'm like, they've got to know something because they're not acting right. They're acting strange. Understood. The night that he called you and told you to say move out of the house, did he tell you why he had the concerns for your safety? No. I know my son. He was just like very, very protective of me and very, very like from time to time he would slip in and I would have him. I had him young, and I've been through a lot, and he was very much a protector. And sometimes he would have a gift that would speak to me that, and he had a way of speaking to me, to my spirit. Damn. So yeah, he never told me why. I just knew the urgency. That night I moved out of the house. That morning I spoke to him 4 or 5. I waited until I saw him that day. He was with Cortland. He dropped off the money for my ID. I went and got my ID and I moved. I went to sleep at that house. I woke up and he was dead. Other than Moretti, do you remember having any conversations with any law enforcement officers where you gave that information? No. The only officer I spoke with besides Hector, he transferred me to Moretti and the police station. That's it. Okay. And before Hector transferred you to Moretti, did you give him any information at all? Yeah. I was asking him. I was explaining the case to him. I was telling him about trying to refresh his remembrance, bring his remembrance because he acted like he didn't know about the case. And this happened, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I know about that case. Yeah, we are going to." They were getting ready to close it out and stuff. It was some gang retaliation. I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Let me speak to your manager." Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And so he said, "You're right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you my manager's number to call him." Damn, she said, "They're finna close the case out." She wasn't going for that shit. And you let me know, you go ahead and take care of that because I'm about to retire. Like, he kind of dropped the ball. But when he started telling me that it was going gang related, which I was in denial at the time, I had no idea. And he said that they were going to close it out. The case was going to be closed or something, not quote, I don't know what the fuck that means. Was your son in the gang? No, he was not. Okay, I don't have any further questions, Stu Raven. And this Miss Liberty. Good morning. How are you? I have a few questions. So when he had called you and told you you needed to move out of the house, where were you residing at? At 2208 San Marcos Ave. What city is that? Fort Pierce, Florida, 34950, or it may be 47. All right. But your son lived in Vero Beach, correct? My son resided at my home until he moved to Miramar. Damn. My son resided with me until he moved to Miramar with Melly. Damn. Excuse me, y'all. And that was probably about February or March of 2018. My son was with him for 6 months before he died. So wasn't there a time that your son lived in Georgia? We moved here from 2011 from Georgia, and we went back to visit Georgia in 2013. And we came back to Georgia, and my son left and went to Georgia in 2020, late 17. And he came back in 2018, but he just went to visit. He was there like 6 months. My son resided, his insurance, everything was at my home. My son lived with me until he moved with Melly. Okay, there was never a time that he lived with his grandmother in Vero Beach. He definitely lived with his grandmother in 2015 or 14 for a short period of time. There was some probation stuff, and most of the time he lived with my mom for like 5 months or so, 6 months or so. So your daughters were living with you at the same time that he was living with you? Yes, my kids always lived together, yes. So how did that work when there were allegations that your son was... I'm going to just say this, y'all. So how did that work when there were allegations that your son was your daughter's She said, that's definitely not the truth. Damn, dog. Damn. I got it. I want to go. I'm kind of sleepy, but fuck that. I got to know. I got to know. Like Yellow Diamond say, I got to know. I got to know. Shit. Hit that like button, y'all. He said, okay, I don't know where you get that information from, but my son was definitely not my daughter's. She said, I don't know where you got that information from, but my son was not my daughter's. I never had anything like that told to me. Okay, so so that's wrong. That's not why he was living with his grandmother. That was not because damn, they just keep throwing that word around. She said, that's not why he was living with his grandmother. That was not because he was your daughter's. No, listen, honey, but that is wrong. Okay, my son never, his sisters, and never had any allegations or no one come to my house, nothing legally. I don't know where you get that from, but I'm telling you today, this is wrong. So excuse my French, but please get the off the record, because I will not tolerate that. That's not correct. I will not tolerate that. And I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry. Everybody, I will not tolerate that. That's not correct, okay? Thank you. So you're alleging your son lived in Fort Pierce with you until 2016? Absolutely. Listen here, let's take this back. Okay, you write this down, okay? Because I'm a little upset and disturbed by the allegations that you just came up with. So let's go all the way back. Let's go back, sweetie. Let's go, sweetie. In 2014, I'm asking the questions. What do they say? I'm asking the questions. I'm going to give it to her, Christy. I'm going to give it to her. Miss Bradley say, Janna, hold on a second. Let her ask the question. She can ask any question. It doesn't mean it's true. So you just have to answer it. I know it's difficult, especially because your son is deceased. If you need to take a minute, we can take a break for a second. And then they took a recess. Damn, they got Sakchaser's mama worked up. Yeah, I'm still at it, man. Shit, I got to work at 12. I'm in here burning the midnight oil with the crew, man. I owe it to the squiddy, man. We grinding. That's how greater things happen. You got to grind. You know what I mean? You got to grind. But anyway, she said a recess was taken, and then Miss Bradley say, Janna, if you want a moment to speak with Miss Child, you can take that as well if you need to speak to her, okay? What I just don't appreciate, Christine, is information that's not correct. Of course. And so that's why we are here to make sure the record is clear. So you know I can ask a question that's not true. We're just getting it from you because you're the best source of information on that. Okay. She's telling me that it's what happened, and it's not true. Can you go forward so we finish the questioning? I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this. Let me go back real quick. I just want to say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick, right? Check this out. That ain't nothing the motherfucker just make up, dog. So I don't know where they got it from. This is my first time reading this. I don't know where they got this from, but I'm gonna say this. They had to get that from somewhere. And that ain't nothing you just make up. They didn't say one of them, they said sisters. They said it plural. So I'm wondering where they got that from, y'all. It got to come up in some of these paperwork because somebody had to tell them this. You feel me? Somebody had to tell them this. And again, that's my first time reading this, so I don't know if they're going to divulge that as we go further into the situation. But I'm saying she might just be in denial, or she might just, family secrets. You feel me? But them police's damn sure seem like, I wonder why they asked her that. Think about this, y'all. Why would they ask her if Sakchaser was his sisters? What the fuck did that got to do with anything? Get in the comment section. Let me know, y'all. Why y'all think they asked her, was Sakchaser doing that to his siblings? Help me out here, because I'm lost a little bit. I don't understand how that's pertinent to the case. You get what I'm saying? Somebody jump in the comment section and let me know. Yeah? Somebody let me know, man. Why do y'all think they asked her whether Sakchaser was doing that to his sisters? I just don't understand. I get it, but I don't get it. I don't understand. You think that's what it was? So my horizontal mambo theory my horizontal mambo is that's what they add. That's what they want to know about. That's what it is. He was doing the horizontal mambo over there with Melly, and then this pattern of behavior, like y'all say, they knew he did it over. They wanted to know that he do it over there too. You don't think, okay, so Keela, you don't think she knows? I don't know if she know or not. I'm trying to figure out if she just like, no, don't talk to me about that. That is not what happened, just to protect her sons, since he gone. And maybe she do know. Or maybe she don't really know. I don't know. I'm just saying, but leave it. She would, okay. She reacted like it was completely false. She did react like it was completely false. More than Melly probably told them that too. There's a lot of other options of people who would knew Sakchaser'S secrets. She would have to. Okay, another question. So, do you think they asked her that because they have knowledge of the horizontal mambo going on with Sakchaser and Melly? Because I'm trying to figure out why even let's just say, how did that connect with the case though? You get what I'm saying? Like if that's that, even if that did happen, that would be separate. This is a murder case. What the fuck do what Sakchaser did like that? Is she probably know, but denying it because she could probably get in trouble for knowing he did that and turned a blind eye. I get it. But what I'm saying is that situation connected? How is they connecting this to the case though? Pedophilia was homosexual are two different things. You right, Keela. She right, Keela. It's two different things. It doesn't matter as people remember. Yeah, we are. These are Melly's. Oh yeah. I'm gonna keep reading, y'all. This is a little baffling to me. I just don't understand why would they ask her about that. Like, why? How is that connected to the case? Unless it's something about the horizontal mambo, is what I'm saying. I told y'all this. The horizontal mambo initially came from the police, y'all. I'm telling you. You know, so. I'm gonna see where they're going with this. Someone they question probably told them that. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody told them something. Ooh, I can't wait to run across that motherfucking statement. I know he sent AD for that baby oil last night. He sent Buddy for some baby oil. Bitch, ain't no way I would have bought no motherfucking baby oil. You got me fucked up, nigga. Nigga, I turned into FYBJ, man, you got me fucked up, nigga. I'll bug up. I'll bug up. I'll bug up. Ask me about some motherfucking baby oil. Yeah. Say a little something. Yeah. Yeah. What you mean motive for killing? That baby oil? I'm gonna keep reading, dog. I feel like some more shit for the come out. So could you restate? Let me see what comment there was. That night he tried to say Melly was at the Sakchaser'S said he don't like being and found outside the Sakchaser'S pussy. Damn. So, could you restate that what years your son had lived with his grandmother in Vero Beach? My son lived with his grandmother in 2015 for a period of time, for about 6 months or so, in his probation report. And since you must know, my son was urinating outside, and he was charged with something because I didn't have the knowledge to fight his case or whatever. We took a plea on him for whatever allegations that he had, okay, for peeing outside, okay, not his sisters, okay? And so during that time, he just placed on a probationary period. We had to have something in the house, put in the house so that he could live there with my granddaughters, with my daughters and my other kids. She said we had to have something in the house, put in the house so that he could live there with my daughters and my other kids. But there are there was a period of time where he did live with my mom and go to school, and that was because the probation too. How far is Fort Pierce from Vero Beach? About 15 minutes. And so my son got off probation in 15 and he began to live with me in Oslo. I don't know exactly the address, but I can find it out. Oslo. He lived with me from 2015 to 2017, and then I moved to Fort Pierce. Damn. That was Clarice. Quid pro quo Clarice. Zach was like, I ate his liver with some fava beans and some nice Chianti. Zach had that little monster inside. Zach had a little monster inside. For real. Damn, Zach. Zach had that little monster. Hold on. Oh shit, my bad. I think I went back too far. Uh-oh. We might got a little juice here, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Yeah. Just chill, y'all. I think we got a little spice here. Hit that like button. And then she say, she for real, Cam presidents. I don't know what's going on with this shit. I don't know. I'll tell you. But we're gonna keep reading. I feel like some more shit finna come out. She's like, and then he went to Georgia for a period of time, and then he came back to me for about, god damn it. Damn, I had it. This motherfucker be sliding, boy. And then he went to Georgia for a period of time, and then he came back to me for about 3 months or so, and then he left and went to Miramar for 6 months and died. So hold on, I want to just check that out. She said, and then he came back, and then he went to Georgia for a period of time, and then he came back to me for about 3 months or so, and then he left and went to Miramar and died for 6 months. She went to Miramar for 6 months and died. So from 2015 throughout 2017 to 2018, he was with me. From 2013 up until 2014 and 15, around that time, he was with my mom in between both homes. So from 11 to 2011 to 2000, when he got on probation in 2014 and 15, because the probation started, they started making that and had a doorbell every time he leave the house of the or a doorbell every time he leave out of the house, out of the room or something. Me and my probation had something just ain't right. She said this nigga had to have a doorbell every time. Let's read this shit here. I done been on house arrest before, nigga. I don't know, you know this shit. She said, when he got on probation in 2014 or 2015, because the probation started, they started making that we had a doorbell every time he leave out of the house, out of the room or something. He and his probation officer had it set up, but then he wanted to go to school where my mom was. It was better for him, to go to my mom's home, especially with the offensive thing too, as well. especially with the offense thing too as well. But you had to have an alarm on the door every time he left. Hey, the police even fucked up by this shit, right? Listen, the police say you had to have a alarm on the door every time he left the room to alert you because he got caught going to pee outside. Hey, listen, this is the police saying. This is what the state attorney saying. Miss Bradley, she say you had to have an alarm on the. I told y'all this shit didn't sound right. I told y'all I knew there was some bullshit going on, nigga. I'm telling you. When she told me they had a door on, listen, they said they had an alarm on the door of his room, though, nigga. I ain't never seen that a day in my fucking life. That nigga was a cat stalker. Boy, Sakchaser had that little monster inside. Bad boy. That lust demon must be talking to Sakchaser in his ear. That little lust demon was on him, dog. In the middle of the night, boy. Listen, they had a cat bit. They had a bell around his neck and a bell on his door and an ankle monitor on his leg. God damn, Sakchaser had that shit bad. Ooh, listen what the police say. She said, I seen it, but it was more than pissing outside for real. Listen what the police say. You had to have an alarm on the door every time he left the room to alert you because he got caught peeing outside. It's a question mark on the end of that. They don't believe that shit. They don't even believe that shit, gang. Listen, she say that was part of his probation, and he had got a charge that didn't pertain to him urinating because we did not know the difference at the time. So he was charged for something, and my ignorance with him took the plea because we didn't know how to handle that case. Man, listen, dog. I got to call Cap on Sakchaser. Holy sanctified mama, dog. This Cap, dog, she know. She fucking know. She fucking know. I got to call Cap. I'm sorry, Sakchaser mama. I still love you now. You still a good woman. And I think you just don't want this to be true, but you know some shit. You know some shit. Bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you another motherfucking thing. If you don't know some shit, you know it now, or you knew it afterwards, because ain't no way in hell I wouldn't go back home and ask my daughters who. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm going back home and ask. Just say she didn't know up until they said this shit. I'm going back home. Y'all gonna tell me something. Am I right though? Shit. That's right, bro. They did that so they could know if he was trying to sneak in the sister room, dog. She trying to make it like her ignorance and this and that there. And then she talking about for peeing outside. Now, that's how you know she know. Because peeing outside is one of those crimes. Like you could fucking around. Like it's in the same boat as one of those crimes. But that's how you know she know. Cause she threw it off on that. And if I would guess, it's probably sealed. When you think, Sakchaser probably would be a minor then, right? It's probably sealed. You think it's sealed? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna let her live, dog. You're right. I'm gonna let her live. I'm gonna let you live, Sal. You're right, all y'all crack 22. I'm gonna let her live. I'm gonna let her live. Cause boy, I was so finna do some investigation on your ass, mama. I just want to figure out what you're telling, you know what I mean? Because I was finna dig. You see me when I go to doing that shit. I be finna investigate. But like my boy say, I'm gonna let her live. For real. So when do he need it? I just want to make sure. You know. So when did it says? So when did he need my son? My son checked out of. It just keep getting worse and worse. Listen, listen, y'all. I'm finna break it to you. Listen, listen. I'm finna get to y'all, dog. I knew it. It gets deeper, dog. Y'all ready for this shit? Is y'all ready? Okay. It's a. So when did he need? My son was checked out of the SEX offender class. Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something after I read this, right? It says, so when did he need? She said, my son was checked out of the sex offender class with no suspicion of being that type of person or whatnot. He cleared out of all of that. It was just a period in his life where he had to go through because we put ourselves in a situation ignorantly without knowing. Why was he in a sex offender class for going to pee outside? You need to look at his records because you said he was his sisters. You didn't have that information, right? So he was peeing outside and he got some type of charge that basically considered him an offender. Somebody's in the back coaching her, so whoever it is in the room with you needs to leave. Damn. I don't know why she's. Are you looking? Mom, can you close your door? Who is that? Your mom? Yes, I'm in my living room. No, I understand. And your mom's name again is Terry Bagley. So they got her on Zoom call doing this, y'all. They on Zoom call. Yeah, they got her on Zoom, bro. That's why they say somebody in the back coaching her. She on Zoom, bro. Damn. Damn. Sack was wild boy, dog. Is she the one that your son lived with in Vero Beach? Yes. So when did he meet Jamel? Do you know when he met Jamel? What year? We came here in 2011. Jamel said in his messages that I been one of his first friends since we've been here. I don't know when. We came into 11. Jamel said in his messages that I've been one of his first friends since he been here, but I don't know when. So they've been very close friends since 2011. They was friends for 7 years. You saw them being like best friends from 2011 until forward. They they know each other for 7 years. They were very close, and my son had a lot of friends. But so when Miss King tells you your son is like my son, did your son spend a lot of time with Miss King? Oh, I believe so. There was a time when I dropped my son off at Miss King's house, and she's outside like this, and I don't know her again. So I'm like, drop my son off, go ahead about my business. And she was very excited to see my son. He went to visit to the prison with her. They went out to eat together. She bought him clothes. They were very close. Damn. So when Melly was in jail, Sakchaser went with Jamie to visit Melly. She said that her and Sakchaser went out to eat. Damn. This shit crazy, y'all. This shit crazy. Look, but check it out, y'all. It's getting late. It's 4 in the morning. I'm gonna end this live. We gonna take this up again tomorrow at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't gotta work tomorrow. I just want y'all to soak all this in, man. Sakchaser had a lot going on, dog, and I do believe it's gonna get a little bit more spicier because I believe they ain't letting this peeing outside shit go. So boy, this shit crazy, dog. Like, damn, dog. But this has been about 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm getting sleepy. I got off work and came straight and did this live. So I'm gonna give y'all shots out, and then I'm gonna turn it in, and then I'm gonna come back on y'all tomorrow at 12. I actually got to go to my brother's funeral this weekend. I told y'all my brother died, so I'll be out of town this weekend, but I'm still gonna try to go live while being out of town so I can keep y'all up on everything or whatever. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Sophisticated Nunu. Shout out to the Chicks 1000. Shout out to Dream Doll. Shout out to Flyboy Mike 04. Shout out to Unspoken Crime. Shout out to Music 101. Shout out to Mickey Truth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fuckery at its finest. Shout out to Keela. Shout out to Chat Nigga. Shout out to Karen President. Shout out to all y'all shots out, man. I like to get y'all shots out. I really like doing that. I ain't gonna cap. Shout out to Self-Made. Shout out to my girl Keela. Y'all had some great comments tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Leonard Ware. Shout out to Jason, follower of Christ. Shout out Nephew for Real. Shout out to Karen President again. Y'all had some great comments tonight, man. Shout out to Jimbo 981. Shout out to Firstborn Art. Shout out to Nell Bowens. Shout out Trife One. Shout out Mansell TV. Shout out to Tim here. Shout out to Brown Sub Dreams. That's Miami. I know what Brown Sub at. Shout out to Z. Shout out to Slick Puller. That's it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment to this video. Chill.